MLK Sundays. What's up, Frankie, Angie, Peach, Roro? What's going on?
What's going on?
Hey everybody.
What's
Yo, yo,
going
yo,
on,
yo,
y'all?
yo. Cousin was coming over here. Oh, Peach. Oh, Lord. Here we go.
I
Ooh.
knew she was gonna come in showing nothing. Boy, you was boy. Boy, you something else. What's
I
up,
don't even know why
Roro?
they argue with her.
Who?
Oh,
Who?
Peach. I don't even know why they even try to challenge Peach. She's
it's
coming full
hard.
throttle.
I
She's coming
know.
full throttle.
And I'm coming with facts and everything.
Yes, it be them
Listen, look.
facts.
Yep.
Hey, we on here to talk about MLK Sundays, man. I haven't been down with MLK in probably like to that park in about let me see, since about 2017. So I don't know what the fuck. I mean, I know I was when I was going up there, I was in and out, boom, boom, because it seemed like it was a death trap to me. So it's like once you go in, you go all the way to the back. Then you got people playing basketball. No, that ain't MLK. That's Riverside. No, shit, never mind. But the park, whenever I went to the park, I went to the park and then I was walking with my buddies, and then next thing you know, we talking to these dudes, Then I might see a dude with a gun on his hip. Then I might see a family over here chilling. But it was just everybody was chilling. Like it wasn't you see the cars ride up and down the street and shit like that. But everybody was just chilling. Now people was hunting. People was hungry. People is looking for people that did something to family members, they friends and shit like that. Ride
Mm-hmm.
around with ski masks, run around with 30 rounds, sticks, AKs, dirty guns, scratch off serial numbers on the guns and shit like that. Hellcats, stolen cars. So whenever they want to do some bullshit, I mean everybody know, the streets fucking know. Whenever they want to do a murder, they make sure they get a stolen car. So a motherfuckers can't keep up like a Hellcat scat. You're not keeping up. So once they do a murder, cause I know a dude that got killed down in Riverside. His name was Lil Tim. I went to Vincennes University with him, Big Head Tim. He got killed. Not Riverside. It might have been. Yeah, it was Riverside. They killed him, and the police couldn't even get to the street.
Yep, I remember that.
Crazy.
They hopped out on my man. He had on an all white. They didn't even cover my man up. They blasted. They fucked my man up.
Oh
They said he
wow.
was out here doing bullshit. But I'm saying, when we gather at these places like this, we got
Hello.
people out here that's doing like this. They out there trying to hunt. He might have robbed this dude for 50. He might have killed his brother. He might have robbed him. He might have fucked this girl. Niggas is out here hunting. And when we all in this bunch right here, niggas ain't going to the range. They're not going to the range. Say the police go to the range, they shoot at least 5,000 rounds a month.
Hello.
Niggas ain't shooting 5,000 rounds a month. They not shooting that many rounds a month. They just shooting any type
No
of,
tactical practice at all.
no tactical practice at all. So if they see a buddy, a guy, a op, or whatever they want to fuck call an enemy that did something to they fucked their girl, their wife, they shot at their buddy, they run off with the dope, then they run off with the fentanyl, whatever. They shooting at that area right there, and they don't give a fuck if your kid right there, your mama right there, your auntie right there, your uncle, your granny. They don't give a fuck. They
They
just want to
catch
get
them
that
boys
person out
at
of there.
gas stations, so a park is nothing.
Nothing.
Thank you.
Oh, we got a prior. My bad. I got that. Yeah, yeah, y'all can share. Hold on. I'm about to make it public on my page.
Okay, because
Just
I'm
put it on my
like,
page. I didn't mean to tag everybody on. Somebody just said, "What's this girl?" Girl, I don't even know who that is. Okay.
Block them because they get on my nerves with that.
I mean, at this date and time, you have to really be careful where you're at and what you're doing because this, like you said, these kids are different. Their thing. What do they say? On site,
On site, and they
mm-mm,
mean on
on
site.
site, and they mean on
mm-mm,
site.
no
When
But
they
play.
say
see,
on
their
site, they
on
mean
site is different than the on site that I grew up with.
We were just
Right.
gonna
And
fight.
when we catch you, we gonna test your jaw on site.
Yeah,
Not
we were
shoot
just gonna
you and
fight on site,
everybody
but
you around.
and they don't care. They just they reckless out here in this world.
But they walk in the gas stations with them Dracos and backpacks, and you walk in, I'm walking straight on out. Cause bruh, I'm not trying to be on the news.
I don't
I
even
don't,
get gas in Indianapolis.
I have
I
girl,
certain
work
on
in
the
gas
Houston, and I
stations
outskirts.
make sure I get my gas while I'm at
that I
work.
go to. I have just certain gas stations that I go to because again, I don't feel safe at the gas stations anymore. And the gas station on 29th and MLK is definitely one of the gas stations. I will run out of gas before I stop at that gas station.
Baby, I'll run out of gas, leave the car, and walk somewhere. You hear me? Y'all can have the car.
I don't stop. I don't get gas nowhere on 38th Street until I get to Speedway by 38th and Georgetown. By Georgetown,
Oh,
I'll get
and when
gas
we,
there. I don't get
yep, and when
gas
we
on
worked,
38th Street nowhere, east to west.
and the nights that we worked together, I didn't care if I didn't have to get gas. And Angie got gas, we went together, and she pulled out her gun.
Yeah,
So
we
hey,
wait for each other. When
yeah,
we
we
get
wait
off
for
work,
each
I
other.
need gas. She need gas, and we sit there and we wait for each other at the because it's it's not safe anymore. It's just so like we were saying, we wanted to talk about the MLK and the Riverside situation that's going on. And I know that's been the big topic, and everybody's mad about it. Everybody's mad about it.
But don't be mad.
There are a lot of
They
old people live over
mad,
there
but they
now.
not doing nothing. That's the thing. Everybody want to be in an uproar, but don't nobody want to take no action.
I mean, everybody's mad because they want to shut it down. And I mean, and I understand it's a gathering place. It's a place to see people. Back in the day when I rode motorcycles, we would go up there on Sundays, but we
Hmm.
would go into the park and sit in the park and listen to the concert. We,
That's because it was a peaceful time. It was a peaceful place.
we go outside, and yes, we would be on the sidewalk. I done posted up on the sidewalks in front of the post,
Yeah, but
whatnot, with
that
my
was
chair,
different.
and people watched and traffic watched, but it was peaceful. The traffic was flowing. We had a good time. But anytime that I'm 56 years old, I'm not finna be running. Anytime I gotta run because I don't know what's going on. One of the last times I was down there, um, well, a couple of years ago when I was down there, I was headed to my car. And the little guys, they were looking for somebody. They come walking down the street with they big old, I don't know what kind of guns they are, rifles, style guns, probably ARs and whatnot. They're just walking down the street open with, my
Yep.
friend, he was like, come on, Angel, I'm gonna walk you to your car. And you go home. And I'm like, don't you? Because I'm like, why are y'all walking down the street? And like this is it's like they feel like it's a free for all. Like it's a free for all. You can do what you want to do down there. And like I said, I'm all for having fun because I like to have fun, but I
Right.
want to have safe fun.
So do y'all think it got worse when they stopped the free concerts? Because it don't, when they had the concerts down at Watkins Park, it don't seem like it was any violence. I mean, like, it's not like how it is now. So do you think because they stopped the concerts down there and everybody's just gathering with nothing really to do is why we got the problems we got down there now?
I mean, but when you think about it, when the concerts were going on, when the concert was over, what happened? All that traffic was leaving, so the police was out there. They were out there. They cleared the park out because the park is cleared out at dusk. So they were
Right.
there. And a lot of times, they did block MLK off so they couldn't really ride up and down MLK like they're doing now. So I feel like it was more of a controlled environment.
But see, if that's the case, all these local artists that say nobody support, that could be their time to shine. Y'all could throw weekly concerts to get your music out there.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna do that.
But
That's
you're
too
not
much.
going to do that. But you're going to complain because you can't go out there and act a fool.
Ray Ray said, I'm gonna say this: people be on some hot dog shit on MLK. They sure do. Yes, they sure do.
Yeah, and I saw earlier where BJ Johnson said that he still has video from 4 years ago where they lit MLK up, bullets was bouncing off of cars.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know Monday was a Monday morning. They had plainclothes officers out looking for shell casings. And so, that's just it's crazy because you go
Candice, I'm gonna send
outside.
you the link.
No, Rod, I don't think they stopped because I don't think the violence got worse because they stopped the party
Concerts in the
the
park.
concerts at the park. The violence in the city it just got more messed up because it's niggas is doing more goofy shit, right? Niggas is
Yes.
like I
Right.
said, they messing with other girls, niggas messing with niggas, niggas is
Yeah.
snitching, niggas is running off on dope, niggas is taunting niggas on Facebook and Instagram, niggas is doing all type of stealing and doing all type of shit. So when you got all these shit that's intertwined and mingled within each other, and then you got people that's meeting up at one spot, they're guaranteed to be at one of these spots.
Mm-hmm.
They guaranteed to be at that gas station. They got to get gas.
Yep.
They guaranteed to be at the park because they love the floss. They love the hot dog. They love to hunt. They love to be seen. They love to be seen with the big guns. They love to be around a chick. So they're definitely gonna come out one of these days. And then if somebody's looking for them, it's only take that one Sunday to catch their ass, and it's over. That's all it takes. One Sunday. Make that
So
one phone call. Hey, bro, he up here. And that's all they
Right.
do is call
right.
two or three shooters. And what these shooters do, they line your ass up which way you can't run this way, you can't run that way, so they play monkey in the middle. So if you can't shoot three people, you can't shoot three people. So if they got three shooters, sometimes they get four shooters, sometimes they get five shooters on you. So if they want to set you up to go somewhere, they got four or five shooters on you. So you ain't gonna make it. That's why a lot of niggas be getting shot 30 and 40 times.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So Kelvin said they stopped the concerts because these young kids have no respect for us or them. It's dangerous in these Indianapolis streets.
Mm-hmm.
Kelvin, you are absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
He is in, like that. Actually, back the concerts was more of a place where my generation and older, where we
Exactly.
gathered because we,
Yeah.
that was our gathering spot, 40 and up, and the kids were over at Riverside, and then they started slowly but surely migrating over to Watkins, and the next thing we know, now here we got the Wild Wild West.
And then not having a permit no more when they changed that in 2022. What was it? Was it summer
Mm-hmm.
2022? Where
Yep.
anybody can
Last
have a
July.
gun. Like you have eight dudes and seven of them got a gun.
Yep.
And if you think the
Hey,
police,
Candice.
you think a police is going, you think a police is going to hop out and be like, oh, you got a permit? Can I see this? What's up, Candace?
It's Candias, man. Get it right.
Candice.
Candice. Hey, don't
Yes.
do that shit.
I'm just telling you. People rate my name on a daily basis.
Hey,
I get
They,
tired.
hey,
I was
they be saying posting. They never say posting, but I'm like, all right, y'all say you got them a posting one more time, I'm gonna fuck you
Ooh,
up.
I
Don't
see
you
a
dare
little
say
shady, Frankie.
Maserati.
Like, this ain't Maserati
Boy.
then. But yeah, it's like when you didn't need a permit, you seen less dudes with guns. But when they passed that law, when you didn't have to have a permit, man, these dudes, man, I went to the gun store and there was people in there be like, oh, I want a gun, and then the guy be like, what kind of gun you want? What kind of caliber you want? I just want a gun. They don't even know what fucking type of gun they want. They don't know if they want a 380, a 22, a 45, a 76.2, a AK, a AR, a
No, we don't
223, a
know.
556. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? They don't know. They
That
just go
whole
in there and
thing
want
is
a
an
gun.
issue. My father was military. Those type of guns are used to kill people. They're not used
Right.
to hunt or to do anything else. Their purpose is to kill people. That's a bunch of bullshit. Just making more money for the NRA.
Mm-hmm.
So Candice, I was reading. I asked you to join because your comment when was interesting. Like you were saying, 68. I know you work with. I know you work with the community.
Yeah, I am actually the president of Neighbors Helping Neighbors, which is the side of the middle of MLK on the east side of the street, from 16th Street all the way up to 38th Street.
Okay.
And I'm also the head of the money in the neighborhood and have been for the last 14 years.
I'll see. We got the right woman right here.
Mm-hmm.
So what's
Sorry,
up?
Candice.
Your take on
Sorry,
this?
Candice. It's Candice, y'all. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Look, now he want to put some respect on her name.
No,
Now.
I'm just saying. I'm a respectful
I
person.
know.
Y'all know I respect.
I
I
know.
respect shit.
So what is your take on this? I mean, how do you feel about that? Like, I know you saw the article that was posted. You know that they're trying to say they're going to shut down MLK Sundays. I know a lot of people.
They're shutting it down permanently. We have a lot going on in that neighborhood. And what people don't realize about neighborhoods is every single neighborhood in this city has what they call a TIF. That is a tax increment fund. That's what I am one of the co-chairs of. There's another young lady that is a co-chair with me. So all that money, 60% of the money goes downtown to pay taxes. 40% of that money stays in that community for infrastructure and revitalization. We're not trying to build that neighborhood up so these niggas can tear it down. It's not what is going to happen. So we have a lot of development that we just approved through our TIF board that's going to redo the whole quarter of MLK. We're going to put brand new townhomes that are affordable, apartments that are affordable. We're going to put a bank back in the community. We're going to move the bodega and create a bigger store. The cafe will be the whole entire building. The Masonic Lodge is getting they're actually under construction right now. It's getting redone. It will be office buildings there. We're going to have a lot of new stuff in the community to build up our community. Because what people, like I said, what people don't understand is when homeowners and businesses pay their taxes, that money go downtown. The city keeps 60% of that money to do whatever they want to do and rebuild on Gotham City out there on Southeastern. But we get to keep 40% of the money in our own community for infrastructure and revitalization. I am one of the founding mothers of Riverside High School. We created that high school because Northwest had been an F school for 15 years. I don't know about anybody else, but those children deserve to have a 5-star school to go to in that community. So we made that happen. We're making a lot of things happen in the community. Everybody keep talking about gentrification. My thing with gentrification is people who want to come into the community and want to do better for the community, you're always welcome. Anybody that comes in that community that's on some bullshit like outside sources from different states trying to buy up the property, that doesn't happen. You have to come to my board and have a conversation with my co-chair and myself. Then we take that to our board to see what they think about it. Then we take it to the community and get their input. We take it back to our board and we vote on it. Nothing happens over there unless the people of that community want it to happen over there and they want that bullshit on MLK to stop.
Correct. So Candice, the building that's on the same side as Family Dollar down there where folks restaurant was, where the beauty shop was at.
All that right there on 27th Street?
Yes, ma'am. I saw men cleaning that up, so they're getting ready to redo that as well.
That will be the new bodega. That will be Lake City Bank, and that will be 2 other businesses down there. I told you we're bringing a bank back into the community, a financial institution back into the community that wants to help that community. There have been several financial institutions that have came to us, but They want to take over. That's not going to happen. We want to have our own choice. Like the ATM we put down at Flanner House. It costs
Yeah.
$1 to use that. You can get
Yep.
multiples of $1 out of there. You know, you don't have to get 20 or 10 or 5. You can get what you want out of there.
Okay.
Yep, I use that one.
So this is good information to know because everybody, to me, it seems like everybody is more concerned about being able to prance up and down the street,
They were
flash their
finding
cars
somewhere
up and
else.
down the street. But like I said, I know
All right,
Ro lives over there on that corner,
That's my baby.
directly across. You know where she lives at.
No,
Like
I don't
said,
know where. No, I don't know where she lives
okay,
at.
well, she lives on the corner, across the street from Family Dollar, and
Got you.
her house faces the side of the post office.
I got you. I got you.
So, we can sit in her driveway. We sat in her driveway and watched the traffic on Sundays. But I don't know if you saw her post 2 Sundays ago. She heard a shot and didn't think anything about it and came out of there. Her car caught a bullet. And my thing is people, and then I looked at all the trash in her yard, all the trash. It took me 40 minutes to get to her house on a Sunday because of the traffic. So my thing, when I made my post about it, my thing was, is anybody thinking about the neighbors? That's a residential area because they're not down at the park anymore. They're not in the park.
That neighborhood has the
$13.
most seniors in it in any neighborhood in Indianapolis.
Yep. There's still some people there that was there when I was a little kid.
There's people there, and then when they, instead of them putting their people in the nursing home, they leave them people in their homes. They live longer, and their family comes in to help them. I've seen dozens come through my program to get their homes redone every April.
Kelvin, I'm about, what am I? Look, I'm 14 years older than you.
$15.
And just like you, I've been going down to MLK since we went on, when did we go, Candice? Memorial Weekend. But back then when we went, it was motorcycle clubs down there. The Epicurean was down there.
Absolutely.
The Post.
It was a totally different vibe.
And they would be open. It was things for us to do. It wasn't just sitting on a corner, doing burnouts, twerking on cars. We cleaned up. We didn't leave a mess like that. And it was not every weekend.
You're right.
And I've seen people say, well, the 500, they do it at Indy 500. The Indy 500 is in the month of May. It's in the month of May. This goes for the whole summer.
Okay.
Every Sunday.
Yeah, it's gonna be the last summer.
And now, this picture that he put up was something that we were discussing with Frankie, talking about Riverside. Candice, I know you know about Riverside back in the day when we couldn't go to Riverside but on Sundays.
I know about it.
Oh,
I wasn't there.
wow.
I'm not that old.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you've been educated on it like we were told. They said back in the day
of the community.
when they had the river, when it was all fixed up for
the amusement park.
The amusement park,
but only on Sundays.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I remember Frankie telling me that because I didn't know that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She told me that on one of my posts.
Yeah, well, you know who educated me to that?
Oh,
Jesus, I hate to even say this. Russell Tolliver.
And guess who educated him to that? Guess who educated him to that?
Who you did?
Yes, he did not.
He shared that
Bitty
information.
boy.
I remember years ago. I mean, something he said. That's where I learned that from was Russell. So I had to go do my research.
Yes, you got to do your research. This place ain't what it is. It just happens that we don't allow the people to take over us.
It's not getting ready to happen. There's too many good things that's getting ready to happen in that community because we do have the money to take care of our community. For years and years, that money wasn't utilized the way it was supposed to be. I mean, we've created a farm, we've created a greenhouse in order to make our own produce to sell in our own grocery store. What better way to say community than in-house?
Yes,
Right.
yeah, and I love the bodega. I love the vegetables at the bodega. I go get my tomatoes and my cucumbers from the bodega.
Well,
Have a good
on
night.
June the 19th, the greenhouses were dedicated in my father's name for my 14 years of service there.
That's
Okay.
what's up.
So my best friend's brother, he did a lot of. He was at the bodega. He was did work. Sabaco.
Mhm.
Yes, I
Yeah,
love that. Now
yeah,
he's doing wonders at 16 Tech. Our,
yep.
our community right there helped build 16 Tech. I was a part of that. So we've done a lot to change that neighborhood and change the stigma of being MLK. If you go to a lot of larger cities and you go see what MLK looks like, it don't look like that in St. Petersburg, Florida. It don't look like that in Tampa. It don't look like that in a lot of states. That's how we want our community to look. We want our community to be something where people want to go and visit
Oh, I'm
that
sorry.
area. They want to purchase a home in that area.
Go ahead, Angie. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. And I
All right.
remember, Diaz, when I was telling you. Remember, I was telling you that my father had built the horseshoe pit, and then Indy Parks came back and redone it and made it an official horseshoe pit. I think you told me you had some hands in that too.
Yep, that's just like we create. People don't even know that you can create your own park in your community. On the corner of 28th and Paris is the Charlie Wiggins Park.
Mhm.
Nobody probably even
There's
knows who
funding out
Charlie Wiggins
now.
is.
I've saw that. There's funding out there for parks.
There's
I
funding out there. That's our own private pocket park. It belongs to the community. It is not ran by Indy Parks. We take care of
we
it.
don't even know
Charlie
stuff.
Wiggins grew up right there on Indianapolis Avenue, and he was the very first African American to race in the Indianapolis 500, right
Oh, that's
there from
what's up.
Indianapolis Avenue.
That's what's up.
So y'all mean to tell me they
Yeah.
not at the they not at parking no more? They down the street?
Mm-hmm.
They're all up and down the street.
So this is like a strip.
It's hey,
You have your older people that's what by the post
Yeah,
and
that's what a
by
lot of people
and
hang.
by Mr. Jones' business. Barbie Kevin, all the older people sit right there amongst that strip. And they've been
but
sitting
it's
there.
not
They
even
sit
safe
there
for them.
Them is the
right,
Riverside buildings. They ain't worried about it.
right. But they even sit there during the week. They just don't show up on Sunday. They
Yeah.
sit there during the week because right in the back of the house, see them every day. But no, I don't know. It's crazy. Yep.
They're terrorizing the community with the stuff that just rolls off of that.
Kevin
Just
says,
2 weeks ago, there were 100 police officers at Flanner House rocking the neighborhood. They're tired of it. The people in the community are just tired of the bullshit.
yeah,
And
see, it seems everybody's trying to blame Reverend Harrison because he's the one they went to, as if it's them. But that's what I said. Did y'all think about the people in the neighborhood?
ain't nobody
You
thinking
have
about Reverend Harrison and his group of ex
clowns.
current uh, addicts, alcoholics. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody paying no attention to them.
Mm-mm.
He do what he do. He get his little money. He get his TV time. He do what he do. But he's not a motherfucking factor over there, bro. He's not a
Mm-mm.
motherfucking factor in this city. Don't nobody pay no attention to them. You hear the
Nope.
different things that people say about his little clique.
Yep, the 10-point clowns.
Man,
Well, where's Gregory Merriweather?
man. I got into a whole heated
Don't get
discussion with a young
Gregory
lady
Merriweather. Don't
about
get Gregory Merriweather started.
I had a whole discussion with someone about their father being a member of them. And I was like, okay, fuck am I supposed to say? Well, you're a
Right.
part of the community. It doesn't make a difference. I don't pay no attention to him. He's never came to one of our community meetings and brought information. He's never came to anything we got going on. Tomorrow at 10 a.m., Flanner House is the oldest community center in the city. Celebrate 125 years of service in this community. They're the only community center in this entire fucking city that has their own mental health facility. It's called Morning Star African American mental health facility. People that look just like you and I can go right there and get assistance from people that look like us.
Okay.
That's what's up.
See,
Never
I've
knew
never
that.
heard of that. See,
No.
this is
Grand opening is tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
that's awesome.
That's
Yeah,
what's up.
work.
And someone said, I saw someone say in the comments, they were Kelvin did mention Kelvin said it's a lot of mental health issues. So Kelvin, you hear that? They're trying to do something about that as well. And unfortunately, that's one thing I think everybody sees that because there's nowhere for them to go anymore.
There's not. Every time you go to inquire about mental health, it first of all, it's taboo among families of color. Girl, keep that at home. Don't say nothing. Be quiet. No, I have to say something for my own sanity. And there's lots of people out there just like me and that need to tell their story, need to get that whatever's on their chest. Once you put it out there in the atmosphere and you let it go, it's not gone, but traces of it are gone. You no longer own the responsibility of the hurt and the pain that whatever transpired in your life hurt. It's like I said, and you'll be able to go there and see someone that looks just like you. The director of the facility's name is Juana Clemens. Amazing, 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 most realist person you ever want to meet and will keep it real with you in terms that people understand.
So, Candy, what happened that they took the jazz concerts out of Watkins Park? I know they were down there working on it, and then COVID hit.
Well, the thing about the parks department is there's only so many different park rangers. When COVID hit and before COVID hit, there was a lack of individuals wanting to stay and be a park ranger. So they're very limited on the park rangers, which means that because that's a city park, they have more authority than regular IMPD. IMPD is not supposed to police the parks. They have been, but that's not their job. That's the parks department's job. And they're working on getting recruits. Where they gonna find them at, I don't know. But there's the reason why they did it is because of security. They didn't have enough security and they couldn't pull too many IMPD officers off of there. But they seem to do it anyway, as what happened on Sunday with the mace and everything. There was plenty of police action down there. And you didn't see a park ranger.
Candice, what happened on Sunday?
I
Yeah,
guess
because I just stay at home.
there was I didn't go. I just heard at one of our meetings that there was a ruckus down there and the police were macing people.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Damn.
And I,
I
I
read
actually I
that
actually
in
met some
polls.
individuals that were maced. So yeah, it did happen.
So what happened with the bus shelter? Because like the
Which
week after
one?
my car got hit, the one that sits in front of Family Dollar, it had 3 big old bullet holes in it. So
Oh,
I saw where I guess Metro or whoever came and took all the glass out, but they didn't replace it. They didn't put it back.
that's not the responsibility of them. So when we did the quarter of MLK, we have funding for that. We just have to wait for it to get approved from the DMD before things will change. The It wasn't the responsibility of Indigo to come and clean that mess up. Everyone appreciates
Okay.
that. But yeah, so there's there
Okay.
is there is private funding for that through the TIF and through DMD. It's just kind of hard to get a lot of stuff passed through the DMD because it goes through so many different hands. Just because Flanner House is in the community, we can't use Flanner House as an interlocal pass through for the money from the city to Flanner House. So the money has to be filtered through another non-for-profit agency in the community in order for the money to reach back to Flanner House so that everything can get paid for. It's just a process. They claim it's 120 days, but I haven't seen 120 days break through like that yet. And I've
But the
been doing it
Hartman
for
said
14
some
years.
white people almost got hit. Um, trying to go down 27th. They was doing donuts in the middle of the street.
Yep.
It's a lot. I mean, and so that's supposed to be fun. That's supposed to be fun for the people that reside there. Outside people come in, and that's supposed to be okay and comfortable. And the people that reside in that community are supposed to be okay with somebody coming to their neighborhood wreaking havoc. I mean, is that what
And
people are
that's
trying
what
to
we
say?
were saying. That was my point yesterday. That was my
Then you
point.
have 5 girls shot on Sunday, and wow.
Kelvin, what neighborhood are you in? You said they've been shooting in your
Those
neighborhood.
those 5 girls that were shot on Sunday, they said 2 of them had a warrant.
Absolutely. And they had nothing to do what was going on down there.
Exactly.
It was over a young man.
That's what I said.
Austin, that's what you said.
Yeah, that was over a young man.
That's what you said. They're fighting over relationship issue. You know, that's my man, that's my woman.
Chick is part of doing the shooting.
That's my
So,
man.
oh my
He
goodness.
probably ain't even gonna be with any of them.
Right.
So, we can't. I sent posting a video of the police in the middle of the street. Did you see that one post that I sent you from MLK? And you can see the police cars in the street, but you can see the people surrounding the car, all in front of the car, not getting out of the way of the police cars. And there's a lack of respect.
Absolutely.
There's definitely a lack of respect of each other,
Yep.
and of the police and of the neighborhoods.
You know, I can't say that all IMPD and Indiana State Police and Marion County Sheriff they're not all bad. I have to admit that I'm not for the police. You know, I'm straight NWA. Fuck the police. But but there are some good ones in the community, and actually that community actually has a really good commander in Commander Lewis. I can actually say that. He's a fair man. But enough is enough when the community starts coming to community meetings and these officers there, like Commander Lewis is there, or the liaison for the IMPD in that area, in the Amwa area, the people are talking what they want to happen in their own community. I mean, there was a little gang of young people that were terrorizing the neighborhood and beating up old folks behind the CDL. Can't come over there just disrupting people's lifestyles, man. People just want to be left the fuck alone. If COVID taught us anything, people want to be left the fuck alone.
Exactly.
Go do you where you go do you at, but don't go do you where I'm at.
He said we can't say fuck the police because these fools are scared of the police.
I mean, not like that, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it's today. I was on the corner. I watched so many cars go by this old man sitting on the ground. I watched him try to get up 4 or 5 times. I pull over in the hand car wash lot, walk across the street. I asked the man, "Sir, is there anything that I can do for you?" The minute I bent down there, I could smell that he was just drunk. And I was like,
wow.
let me take you home. Can I help you up? Soon as I go to help him up, whoop, whoop, 3 police pull up on me. First it was RoboCop, and then it was Jill Monroe from Charlie's Angels, and then it was what's his name from the Denzel movie. What was the one bad cop's name from the Denzel movie? You know where Denzel tried to turn a little white dude.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, them 3 police pull up, and the one jumps out on me all aggressive. What are you doing? I said I was driving down the street. I said I watched all these cars pass this man up. I saw the man try to get up. That could have been my dad out there. That could have been my uncle out there. Somebody I know, somebody's dad that I know. So I stopped, got out of my car, asked the man if he needed a ride, and I was about to go put him in my car. So he was like, "That sounds all right." So he's helping me walk the old dude across the street. Jill Monroe jumps out the car. "What is she doing?" He was like, "She's about to take him home." She gonna say, "Do you trust her?" He said, "All these cars done passed this man." He said, "Somebody done called the police on this man. And this woman was the only one that stopped." So he helped me put him in the car. the chick, the Jill Monroe, she want to run my plates now and ask, is this my car? Yes, ma'am, this Infinity is my car. I took the man home. He thanked me, tried to give me money. I wouldn't take his money. I want to make sure that he got home safely. Not everybody's going to do that. In that community over there, in that community over there, if anything happens to any of those people, do you think anybody's going to get out their car and run and go help somebody?
Nope.
They're going to get in their shit and get the fuck out of there. So all that shit's not cute.
And my cousin said a few weeks ago when she was down in MLK, there was a semi driver trying to get through, and he could not get through, and they would not move for him, and that they were yelling and screaming and threatening him about if he better not hit their car. She said they could see the man was scared. So he was trying to turn off on one of the side streets, and they wouldn't move to even let him do that. And so her friend, she's a bus driver. She drives, she got out of her car to help direct him so he could get away from them. And I sat in Rose's driveway and we watched. How long did it take the bus to get down the street, Rose?
Well, almost 15, 20, almost 30 minutes.
And that's just to get from by Holy Angels to Family Dollar. We don't know how long it took them to get there. And we sat there and we watched the ambulance trying to get down the street, and they couldn't get down the street. So these are the things that their people aren't thinking about. You're blocking traffic, emergency vehicles can't get through, the bus can't get, people that depend on that transportation to get back and forth to work.
Absolutely. And those people are on a time schedule. If that was one of their family members that ambulance was on their way to get, how would they feel?
Right.
Go lay down, Midas.
And somebody said, "Oh, it's okay because the police be posted up at the post office." I didn't see any police at the post office when I was sitting. We could look right all the way across there. Did you see any police?
No, and sometimes it just depends on what Sunday they want to actually really sit out there. Now I've seen them sit on the parking lot, and it'd be like 5 or 6 of them. But as soon as they leave, they take over that parking lot. They park on the grass. They have their kids out there. They have their pets out there. They have music going. All that within that little bitty area, and you can't get through. You can't do anything. And then the alley, they walk up and down the alley. They even walk through my yard like I'm not even sitting here.
They damn near blocked the alley.
I got this footage.
And that's what y'all want. Y'all want that in your neighborhoods?
No, they want it in that neighborhood. Then they want to go home to their nice, quiet, clean neighborhood after they've destroyed somebody else's.
Yeah, that doesn't work. That's not fair. That's not fair to people that are trying to build up their community. Y'all are coming in there and tearing down that community, but you're gonna be real, real mad. That shit is OV.
Yeah, but let them tell her we crying. The residents over there crying because
they're not crying. They're
right.
protecting the interest of their property. Is what they're doing.
Hey Angie, I got this.
And they're
I got
trying
this
to
footage.
raise the value of their property.
Hey, I'm gonna play this 36-second footage Angie just sent me right quick to show everybody what y'all talking about.
Gun and never Chevy, my trunk knocker. Watch how I beat the blocker. A paper chopper, cause on my tip, the flame popper, cause my whip game proper. Whip game proper, you know my whip game proper. Whip proper, you know my whip game proper. Whip game proper, you know a package on the way, you know my whip game proper. You know my whip game proper. Whip game proper, you know my whip game proper. Whip game proper. Whip game proper, you know my whip game proper. Yes, sir. I'm up in it like dope dick, and I'm
Go down, Frankie. Don't want to see you.
So yeah, that's TikTok. There's a young lady on TikTok. Her name is Angela the Cougar. Shout her out. She has some of the best footage of from Sundays. It's all good stuff. I love to see. I look at her videos because I like to watch. I like to see the cars. I do like to see the cars, and she has a lot of footage. You guys follow her. She has awesome. You
But
want
I
to see
like
the
to see
old
their cars
school.
at a car show, not up and down MLK.
Hmm. She has a lot of footage if you want to see the cars and whatnot. But that's what that is to them. That's the car show, a twerk fest.
But
And
that's not it.
another thing, people were some of the other comments. Like I had a post that had about 100, almost 100 comments on it about this. And one of the things they were talking about, somebody was Mike. I think Mike must have had a heart, couldn't get in because I sent him the link. But he was talking about how the city should take this crowd that they got and monetize it, make it a money making situation.
Yeah, and that's
Girl, they
when
was
Keith
trying to
told
make
him
money
that
with
it's
all the
not an
food trucks
event.
and everything else that was lined up
Right.
along the street.
I mean, but if because you can walk down the street and buy everything. You can buy purses, you
Everything.
can buy clothes, you can buy food. But I
Everything.
mean, honestly, and I feel like if the city really wanted to crack down, they can hit those. They can start with them finding. I mean, because are you permitted to be down here?
They're right there.
And I mean, and I'm not knocking nobody's hustle because if I had a truck or a cooler on wheels, I'd be right. And I felt safe. I might be down walking down the street talking about beer, $2 a beer
Mm-hmm.
and $1 water. Because you can do it. I mean, it is because there's so many people down there. Because I went when I went to Rose House, that was what I went down there for, so I could go to the turkey truck, Jive Time Turkey, whatever it is, because I wanted some of that Cajun rice. But I explained to him, I was telling Mike, when the concerts was going on, it was vendors that, all the vendors were set up in
Go
the
lay
parking
down.
lot. You could get
Go lay
clothes,
down.
food, jewelry, books, whatever. They were all set up they had a lot of black vendors in the parking lot. So, Candice, are they planning to bring the concert back to Watkins, or is that just a done deal now? I know they built that amphitheater over at Riverside.
That's probably what it'll be. Is over
So
there where the promenade is. I'm not sure. That's a Phyllis Forney deal. She's the new um, superintendent of the Parks Department. So I don't have an idea about that. I know
I
that
know that.
I know a lot of things have changed because a lot of things have been happening in the parks around there, up there at Bertha, at Watkins. I mean, we even had one of our kids in broad daylight strong armed robbed with the Glock switch. I was no more than 60 feet away from him and didn't even know what was happening until we saw him get pushed to the ground and the kid ran away in broad daylight. It was 1:30 in the afternoon.
Then they did have one concert over there, Angie, and that was they had a concert in the park at Watkins, but it was the same night that they had the Jodeci concert downtown. So that's why traffic
So
was
yeah,
backed
so
up.
there wasn't a lot of traffic.
Right. Yeah, because most of the people was downtown for the Jodeci and what's your name concert. So that's the only concert that they had over there in Watkins Park this summer was that one.
See, I didn't even hear about that, or I probably would have gone. And that's the thing. So, Anna, Slim
West Side,
Goody,
get your ass in here.
that's Slim Goody made a comment earlier stating how she was trying to get home and couldn't get through the traffic after leaving that concert because it was so many people down there. I don't know. I guess that's everybody's. I think that's the biggest thing. People want to be able to have fun, and I'm like I said, I'm all for having fun, but we gotta be
You
safe
have to
and listening
minimize
as
it.
well. And if we and they're saying we need to police ourselves, but we have to be respectful of one another.
Yep.
And I'm like, why am I going to go somewhere? And I guess you got to stop. I guess that's too much like right to think. I'm not going to go shooting in this big crowd of people because I don't want to shoot an innocent person because I'm beefing with somebody. But like goes to
Absolutely.
here, and the main thing everybody said, you can get shot sitting in your own house. You can get shot here. You can get shot there. You know,
But I'll
and
take them odds.
I'm just like I said, I've seen a lot of comparisons the of that to of this to 500 to you can get shot at a liquor store or whatnot. The difference is this: that people riding up and down Northwestern on cars, twerking, doing donuts, having a car show, blasting their music or whatnot. Indianapolis is not making a dime off of that. It's costing Indianapolis money because they got to pay to clean that up. They got to pay to fix what gets fucked up.
Yep.
But
But the
in all
liquor
the years
store,
you've seen the
Yep.
500, how many times have you seen somebody get shot there?
I don't know of the new on
I
29th. I
haven't
haven't.
seen
I
any,
don't.
not
No,
that
I
I
said at
know
the
of.
500. At the 500, how many
Oh, you
times
know,
on the
I'm thinking 500 liquor store at the 500. I can't think of a time someone was
Absolutely.
or I know there's
Absolutely.
always fights and stuff, but I've never.
There's
I
fight.
can't think
There's
of
of course
a
there's
time.
going to be fights. As drunk white people, there's going to be some fights.
Yeah, but I can't think of a time when I've heard
Mm-hmm.
anybody was killed. You're right. I can't think of a time when I heard anybody was killed at the 500. But the 500 is the money maker. That is a money. The state makes
Yep.
millions of dollars from that. They're not making any money from MLK. MLK is costing money. It has to. Because
MLK just a
who's
place where
cleaning
you
it
can.
up when they leave Riverside and they leave all their trash and all this? Who's cleaning it up? When
The
they
Nobody.
guys
Well,
that
I
work at the
like,
clean
parks
that up.
department.
who's cleaning all that up? Who
The
pays
guys
for
that
that?
work.
Some,
The guys that work at the parks department.
But
Yeah.
I'm saying
yeah.
So that's more
MLK,
of a burden to them. They got police calls, so that's money because they got police calls. They got, they, like they said, the post office. Some girl made a post and said a postal worker got shot. So the post office is on their asses about all that stuff going on MLK. Too is what she said.
I'm saying
Yeah, because they
MLK is
parking
for
their
people to
grass. They parking
pe-
the. They,
I just
people go to MLK to floss. It's a
Mm.
difference. They go down there to floss, to get bitches, to show their rims, to show how much money they got, to show they gun. People go to the 500 to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't going to the MLK to celebrate.
to get
They
drunk
going
and
to
have
MLK
fun.
to hunt. They going there to
Man,
hunt
predators.
predators. If you a prey, if you done did something to somebody and you think you about to go down there and chill, no. But you can go down to the 500, get pissy drunk,
No.
bend your draws. You might get beat up, but you gonna go home.
That's
MLK,
it.
you might not go home.
Are
That's
you
it.
going to jail?
You
That's
gonna go to
it.
jail.
You gonna
You know
catch
what
a
I'm
I
bad?
saying?
I think that just really I think that falls on the community leaders because back in our day, all of us is in the age range where we know what that was really intending for. Coming from Indiana Ave, Madam Walker Theater, you know what I'm saying? Like it migrated over there, and like it was a hub for black businesses. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like now the community leaders don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Don't
So
say
how?
that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
I mean, I'm not
Not
saying
all
y'all.
of them. You
And
can't
now I
say
know
that.
how you get down, Candace. I know how you get down. But you know what
Candias.
I'm saying?
Candias.
Candy, she know I always mess her name up. She know that. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like just growing up over there, just watching Shrimp Hut, KFC, you know what I'm saying? Barbecue Heaven, even back off in the
Turkey
neighborhood,
chicken.
Yep.
seeing Mr.
Please,
Moore, that I just feel like we need to bring businesses back over there. You know what I'm saying?
They're
Like,
coming.
cause,
They're coming.
'cause it,
So Westside was asleep, so
He was asleep,
yeah, I was,
Candias.
oh, my
Candias,
bad.
he was asleep.
he was asleep. So you missed what Candia said. She said
Okay.
that a bank is coming.
Hmm.
The bodega is going to
Mm-hmm.
be in the bodega is going to be in the whole. It's going to expand across the street. The building, the cafe is going to take over the whole building. Keep going,
Okay.
Candice. Tell
Yeah,
us.
catch me up.
We got a affordable townhouses coming in. We got affordable apartment complex right there on the corner of
Hmm.
30th and MLK on the west side of the street. That whole block right there going to be nothing but affordable apartments. People don't even know about the Mustang Ranch. So we purchased the Mustang Ranch from Mr. Delonzo Rhymes. And Mr. Delonzo is the
Oh
only
wow.
person in the world that has a patent with the Ford Motor Company to reproduce his own damn car. It's a 1963 Thunderhawk. There's only 4 of them out here. Mr. Delonzo has one. The Ford Motor Company has one. And the museum has one. We took a car to Auburn, Indiana in 2019 and
Is it
sold that
that green
car.
one?
No, it's black and gold. Um,
Oh
we
no.
took one to Auburn, Indiana in
Oh, okay.
2019 sold it for $275,000. In conjunction with Ivy Tech and Marion University, they're going to create 2 of those cars a year with Mr. Delonzo, and they're going to be sold to facilitate that building right there on the northeast corner of 30th and MLK. He has
Okay.
his own patent with Detroit Diesel Allison for his own engine and his own transmission, and he's a black man.
And
He bought that building in 1970.
Fund the neighborhood. That's great.
It's not going to fund the neighborhood. It will.
I mean that corner.
It will fund the program for people to come to that building and reproduce this car and get a certificate in automotive training.
Okay, kind of like almost like Ivy Tech a little. I mean, not Ivy Tech, but a little auto.
No, that's what I said. In conjunction with Ivy Tech and Marion University, that's what we're going to do with it. There's so many things that are going on in that community that are going to be so amazing to better that community. Before my commission is over with, I'm going to have receipts for everything I done in that neighborhood. And I'm very proud of what I've done in that neighborhood.
Now, one of the things I really wanted to talk about now, y'all, everybody done seen that little post where they said they stopping the gathering and all this. We all know that's false for right now.
It's not false for right now.
But if we stop that, think about like where they would migrate to. They would be on the side streets in the neighborhoods. That's not really.
They're not going to be over there in their neighborhood, period, doing any of that. Those people that live there in that community, like I said, it's 68% seniors. They're tired. They're tired of these little niggas.
And it ain't just black people over there. We got whites over there now.
Yeah, we got Mexicans over there now.
So it's everybody.
Everybody. It's just crazy because, watching the start of this, being young, I'm probably younger than most of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Me being young, going over there, wagon wheel, you know what I'm saying? All of them through there. It was just a fun time. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no straight bullet. People was pulling out their barbecues, grills, just, you know what I mean? Just sitting there chilling. You can't even do that now without being in fear of a straight bullet flying through your shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
They need to find somewhere else to migrate to.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people are saying they're not going to be able to shut it down. They did it. They shut us down on 38th Street.
When everybody sees what the city is coming with in that neighborhood, they're not going to be trying to go back over there. They're going to terrorize. While the people out there terrorizing on Sundays, the police are going to terrorize them. They're going to get tired of getting harassed and terrorized by the police. They're going to get tired of going to jail.
Kelvin, you're right. They probably are going to find somewhere else to go. They are. And until that community gets tired. But right now, this has gone on for years, and I've never, seen it like this before. And I've been going down there since the 80s.
I mean, there's too many guns.
I don't live down there, but I lived off Michigan Road, so I can be down there in 6 minutes.
There.
It's too many guns. It's too many guns.
Hill in Michigan Road.
Yeah.
My people is off the 30th, and my family down there.
But one of the things I noticed though, I feel like ever since this open carry law bullshit took place, how it just changed. You know what I'm saying?
You missed the whole conversation.
I'm gonna just sit back and watch. I'm gonna listen now.
I'm just saying, like, you got the crackhead babies that's out now. They're what?
Yep.
20, 23. They're fucked up in the head.
They're in their mid 30s.
Yeah.
I mean 25, 30. 25, 30.
And then you got the pill babies that are in their
20s,
mid 20s, and then you got the pill meth
the powder rangers
babies.
Okay. Let's group all them together. Let's get one of them out of 5 a gun. What do you think they're gonna do?
They're gonna shoot everybody.
They're gonna fuck some shit up. Because they don't have it up here. They think, okay, they're gonna pop a Percocet. They're gonna sniff a line. They're gonna think they're somebody, right? This think they got an enemy, they got an op, somebody that got more money than them, but like, hey, my man is at Martin Luther King. I give y'all $500 a piece, give them a perk. They gonna feel like they're Superman. You get them the 3 or 4 or 5 niggas a perk and $400 or $500, guarantee my man gonna make the news. One of these Sundays, he's gonna make the news.
Absolutely.
If he keep going out there every Sunday, 15 Sundays in a row, they like, all right, he gonna post up right there. You might think they dumb. These niggas know how to plot for that 500. They know how to plot for that 500. And if they want to get you out of here, you got enough niggas that want to get you out of here that don't like you. They gonna come together and they gonna get you. It don't matter who you are. If you can be seen, you can be touched. You can be touched, you can be killed.
That's it.
It goes like that. Don't think you can't be seen because you got to get gas. You got to go somewhere. You got to get somewhere.
Yep.
And if they can't get you outside the car, they gonna get you inside the car. So I feel safe. The worst place to be when they shooting is being inside the car because it's like a death trap.
While we just got through talking about the Indianapolis 500, I was just watching the news. They got the whole little area blocked off now. With race cars, the streets are full of vendors, everything, right now.
But they ain't shooting though. Are they shooting?
No shooting.
I'm saying we beefing with the city. Let me say the city has been beefing since 2017. Since 2017, the city's been beefing.
I really want to say it was.
I'm telling y'all.
2015. I want to say 2015 is when a lot of change started popping off in this city.
The change, but I'm saying the beefing. Different neighborhoods get to hang with different neighborhoods. First, this neighborhood hang with their neighborhood. Hallville hung with Hallville. Brightwood hung with Brightwood. 30th Street hung with 30th Street. Baltimore hung with Baltimore. Now everybody wanna. He get money. He get money. We don't hang with him. They want to clout chase. Ain't no loyalty. Niggas is backdooring. Niggas is fucking. Niggas is bitches, and they ain't forgetting. Niggas kids is remembering it, so they ain't forgetting. So they popping shit. 16, 17 years old.
What's the word they little
getting away?
Snaking. Little young snaking. Climbing or whatever. You know, they I think it was something in the titty milk. I don't know.
It's similar to iron, man. They gonna fuck these kids up.
It was that crack pipe.
I'm gonna tell you, one time I was on the phone with my wife and I went to the gas station and I packed. One time I'm never on the phone when I go to the gas station. Normally I leave the phone in the car and I go in there and I do what I gotta do. One time I was there, I was on the phone, then I was coming out, my hands were full. 3 dudes had hopped out of a Tahoe, and one guy hopped out of a newer Cadillac. So it was 4 dudes. They was looking for somebody. So when I went in the store, they had pulled up. It wasn't nothing but 2 cars at the gas station. It was my car and another car. So they had pulled up, backed up in the by the door, and they walked in. They looked at me. One dude had on like 2 of them had on a ski mask. All of them had on all black. But what I'm saying, they just be hunting. They hunting. And if I was the dude that they wanted, there was 4 of them and 1 of me. I was done. I was done because when I was walking out, they was walking in, and both of my hands is full. Normally, when I walk out, my right hand is always ready to grab, and my left hand it got something in it. My right hand is it ain't never got nothing in it because I'm always ready to pull and go. You know what I'm saying? But they out here hunting. And you think that was on a Sunday, it was almost nighttime, and I was by myself. But you know what I mean. So if you,
and this probably was 2 months ago. I go over there, whatever, and I'm standing in line. And I see 2 little young. They got AKs on their shoulder. They walking around like goddamn it, they in Call of Duty, just came from the military. You know what I'm saying? I'm like. And I'm just looking at that shit like, boy, if he get mad in here, the store through. You know what I'm saying? Like it's to the point where it don't even make you want to stop at that gas station up there. You feel me? Like it's crazy. And the Arabs, they ain't doing nothing about it. Like
They scared to death.
they scared to death. People out there panhandling. You know what I'm saying? Like just it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
The thing is, Westside, the police, they don't have to police them. Like the police, they only go to the BP and the Speedway.
In the Speedway.
They do not fuck with the marathon. You could sell a bird on that motherfucker and you will not get caught. You can kill somebody on that motherfucker and not. Only way you get caught is the camera. But the police do not go to marathon. Do not. An African guy got killed a couple years ago at the marathon, the one on 34th and Sherman.
Yep, sure did.
It was a shell back then.
And he was a nice. It was a shell, yeah.
Yes, because my niece and my son, they were all my nieces and everybody.
And
the community was upset about that.
Yeah.
You know, my niece and them knew him, my son knew him because they all live over there, and they said he was a really good dude.
I was driving north on Sherman right after that had happened, and all the police were out there, and it was horrible. There were so many people outside, so upset that it was that man. These people don't care though.
Marathon is what we call it.
Oh, Hayes.
They just said they now started having the live stream cameras installed at gas stations to where they can stream.
Yeah, that's true because that again, what sparked that was that murder that just happened over there on 34th and Emerson. So these gas stations are starting to install these cameras where, like, if they got footage or anything like that, it's automatically going to the police hub. Like basically the stores are being monitored now directly by the IMPD. Is basically what it is.
They're the same blue lights that are in what they call the hot spots, the hot zones. Those very same blue cameras are the ones that are in service stations. The gentleman that owns a service station on 34th in Emerson, he owns 7 service stations and 2 liquor stores and a convenience store. So he's paying for all of that. That's what they want the service stations to do. Since these people are coming here, getting these service stations, and every 7 years changing out and getting that money again, they're making them spend some of that money for security. Because there's been 4 people killed right there on 34th and Emerson since April.
Yeah. So what are those? Okay, so what are those in the grocery store? Like in the grocery store parking lot? Like there's one on 71st in Georgetown.
Oh, those blue lights?
Those, what are those?
They got a camera on them, but they kind of look like speed detectors in the parking lot. But it got a camera on it. I've never known what those was though.
They got cameras on it. If you notice, it's only at service stations that the police hang out at.
No, this is in Kroger's parking lot on 86th and Ditch.
They got one Speedway.
But the police hang out on 86th and Ditch because they have a precinct right around the corner.
Not 86th and Ditch, 86th and Township. There's one in that parking lot there. There's one in Kroger on 71st in Georgetown.
Yes.
There's one in Lowe's on Michigan Road.
It's where the police have precincts near there and they congregate. You'll never know what the police are congregating in. When they jumped down on Flanner House when we were having our meeting, baby, they came in everything. It was like, damn.
I mean, I never see any police. I mean, this is where I live. This is my. That's
no. But what I'm saying is, they're not in the police. They're not in police cars. They're not in police cars. The cars that I saw, I was like, damn! I just saw that car the other day flying down the street. Never knew it was the police.
And
they're in.
I was just wondering because. So let me tell you this. So last Friday, I got a Citizens app that said that a man jumped out and was shooting at a car in my complex where I live at on 79th and Harcourt. 2 minutes later, it said there was a shooting that was less than a mile. That was like 1,200 feet from there. And then a couple more minutes later, said there was a shooting, shots fired on 79th and 79th and Harcourt area. So I go to take my mother lives off on 79th Street in Michigan Road in the senior apartments or whatnot. So I go to take her home. I can't turn left down 79th Street. It's about 20 police cars. It's all blocked off. And so when I was reading the thing, it said something about it said shots were detected. So and I was wondering if do those things detect gunshots?
Those might be it. Those might be it because they did say.
Now you could be right about that one because they do have. There's supposed to be 87 or 89 of those throughout the city.
But where I've seen most of them, they're like in my. I mean, I haven't seen any in the inner city too much. I'm like, because we don't need that on. 86th Street and. That's something you really would need down on North 4th Street.
The thing about that is those are communities where there's been a lot of things happening currently. See what I'm saying? Not big things, like a lot of little things been happening in those areas. At that service station on 79th and Michigan Road, there's been like 7 shootings since March.
Oh no, Kelvin! These aren't on like poles.
No. They're like on little boxes and stuff, right?
It's a box with wheels on it, and it's got a pole on it and a blue light.
Yes.
And it's like they can hook it up to a back of a truck and pull it away if they need.
Yes.
It looks like
now one of the things that I know. Now, one of the things that I know they got the city primarily over on the east side on 10th Street, like Brightwood area. They got these new cameras they scan the license plates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
all IMPD police cruisers have those in their vehicle now.
No, they actually got like in the neighborhood the camera that's set up. Like it was like a little program that they had just started. I don't know how good it's working or if it's working at all. Just another.
It worked over there when that young man got killed on 32nd and Forest Manor.
Okay.
They have those. So I'm assuming that's what those are because they have enough of those other lights around, and with the cameras on them, the blue ones, enough to track other things. This is a heightened security measure, and I'm sure that's what those are. But I will ask for you, Angie. I'll ask tomorrow.
I just wondered what they were. Yeah, Paul. Yep, that's where they're.
Yeah, that's where I first seen it at, Paul. Yep.
Yep, it's at the Kroger's on 79th and 71st of Georgetown. There's one at the Kroger on 86th, 86th and Township, and then there's one in the Lowe's parking lot on 86th.
We're to ride past that motherfucker.
There's one at the Speedway on 46th and Shadeland. There's one on off of the freeway on Emerson at the Speedway.
Yeah, I seen the dude.
Go east off the
I seen the one dude drop one off in Broad Ripple about 3 months ago.
See, that's another community that's tired of the nonsense. Tired. And they're doing something about it.
Thanks, Kelvin.
Because they're tired of it.
Kelvin, you about to get your ass up here. I'm tired of clicking on your comments, bro.
Hey, come on in here, man.
What, I'm squinting trying to read.
Yeah, look, he can type like a motherfucker. Shit, he about to write me a book, nigga.
Let me send.
He's the second.
Yeah, Kelvin been hanging in here with us. Kelvin been giving information.
Hell yeah, that motherfucker. He the mayor. Goddamn it, Riverside. Him
no, not the mayor.
Candice. Better not say Candace, boy. Might get slapped, boy.
And you know, I've been saying that for damn near a decade. Like, that's crazy. I just found out, like, she told me, pulled my ear to the side and was like, nigga, it's Candice, nigga. Stop calling me.
Hey, but
I told you
Keystone beefing in
my name
30th in
gets
Baltimore.
messed up 1,000 times a day, and I just like, damn.
30th and Keystone beefing with 30th in Baltimore.
Well, probably so.
Huh?
Why?
30th and Keystone beefing with 30th in Baltimore.
Why? Well, why? I sent him a link.
Like, ain't Keystone in Baltimore like a half a block away from me?
I don't know where you're streaming from. I don't know where Kelvin is coming. Is Kelvin on your page posting?
No.
Kelvin, where you find us at? Where you streaming from?
Right. Tia,
I shared it. My bad. I shared it.
there's Tia.
It's public.
Come on, hey.
Curtis and Keystone.
Tia, look at Tia.
That's
you,
what I
Tia.
just said, crazy. How about hey?
Man, how the fuck? When I didn't 30th and Keystone is beefing with. Oh my. Oh,
Right around the corner.
man, that is crazy.
Like-
I got to call Cuz, man. I got the
Mm-hmm.
Tia. We. I'm about to send you the link now. You better get you better not. You better cam up. Shit.
It's something going on.
So you know that would never happen in our day. Yeah, Paul, man.
Never.
Man,
I'm not even from
they
the East Side, and I know that wouldn't
bro,
happen.
man. One more time, man. Man, no. It ain't gonna be nobody in the city no more, man. It's gonna be 3 niggas in the city. That's
I'm
all.
trying to figure out, like, what's the beef? Like, what the fuck? Like, how? How we still beefing? We've been how? Why?
Man, no, man. I got to call the bosses.
Like, I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, shit. You know what I'm saying?
Tia. Damn, Paul.
You petty with that sound.
I am sad. Man.
You petty with that sound. And that's crazy because it puts you in the mood of how you watch the city. Like all that shit just felt the mood for how you just watching the city just deteriorate. Like,
Damn, man. I remember I used to live in Baltimore, and I used to go to school 110. And that school 110 was OP. So Baltimore and OP was beefing. So I was in like the 2nd grade, so I had to walk from Baltimore through OP. Hey, didn't know if I was gonna get jumped or not. Shit was crazy, man. Shit was crazy. But they beefing now. Oh my God.
Kelvin, check your inbox. Kelvin, check your inbox.
Damn, man.
crazy.
It's like somebody said, the city beefing with the city.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why you
One
can't
minute
go
you were
nowhere.
friend, the next minute you were foe.
Yeah.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But Candice, I'm so glad that you joined us today. I'm so glad you were on here and saw us tonight, because you really shed the light on a whole lot of stuff. Because, you know, like I said, when you just reading everything everybody's saying, and, you know, nobody is concerned about the issues that you brought up, the changes that they're trying to make down there. That's my thing. Everybody's thing is, where are they going to do? What are they, you know, they felt like it was racial. That's what bothered, you know, I'm like, well, how is it racist? How is it racist?
No, black people can't be racist.
Because again, they want to compare.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, I love my black people, but I hate niggas. I'm just gonna keep it real.
There's a difference. There's a difference.
I mean, you know, when my granny used to say, niggas and flies, I do despise. The more I know niggas, the more I hate flies. The more I like flies.
Man.
You know, and I'm like, what? Niggas and flies, I do despise. The more I know niggas, the more I like flies. And now I'm older and I see what she's saying. Because there's black people and then there's niggas.
And then there's niggas. And these niggas are responsible for all this turmoil that's going on in this city.
Like I said, like I said, again, I don't take away from anybody. I'm not a stick in the mud. Everybody know me. I like to have fun. That's me. But I want to be safe. I don't go down there, you know, like I said, we thought we was going to be cool. We was like, oh, yeah, we're going to sit in the driveway at Rose House and we can watch it. We ain't got to walk. We can sit here and chill and have us a little Monaco and watch the traffic and do, you know, we old ladies. We were Golden Girls.
Put on a bulletproof vest now.
We're going to sit on her porch like some Golden Girls and watch and porch watch. We're like, oh,
that's it.
Shit.
No, we can't even do that because Her car and sat in the driveway, not minding its own business, and called a stray bullet. And like she said, what if we
That
had
was
been
crazy.
sitting out there?
Right. What if
You
we
know,
been
that
sitting
we
out
could have
there?
been, me and her could have been sitting out
Yeah.
there. Then that would have been my
Yeah.
leg, my thigh, hers, or something.
I've even sat out there in my car with my granddaughter because she likes to people watch. But after my car got hit, every
Ain't
Sunday
nothing.
after that, I would leave every Sunday, whether I came to work or found me something to do. And I was we would spend $100 a Sunday just so we wouldn't have to be at home. Ain't
And
nobody got no money like that.
that's sad. That
You
shit's
think I'm
sad.
about to
Sad.
go out there just to be seen, just be like, look, I see these cars. Look at that car. Ooh, look at her. And then soon as I get home, I'm gonna go on Facebook. I could just wait till y'all get to y'all get to Facebook and see that shit. I'm not about to go out there and sit next to my man. He probably done rob somebody.
Right.
And sit next to
Mhm.
him. He done mess with somebody girl. He done. So I'm just saying, it's so many different people out there. You don't know who you sit next to. Your nigga could be on some bullshit the night before, and you sitting chilling next to him, riding next to him, and somebody spray the car up and hit you in the head. You be like, you ain't had nothing to do with it. But I'm
Yeah.
saying sometimes we share people's karma. You with somebody that's gonna die, you might die with them. You just got to be
I ain't gonna
careful
share
who you
nobody
hang around
karma.
with.
Yeah.
That was the
I don't
realest.
want to
That
share
was the
nobody's
realest
karma.
shit ever.
Man,
And we know
my
That right
what
there
idea
is
of
the realest shit.
Huh?
my idea of a good time now is going to another state eating. I just
Yep.
I'm,
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Ponderosa.
that's what black people
I'm
do.
gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah.
The taste of
That's what bald-headed black
Chicago,
people
you
do.
know. I'm just it's sad. Like it's really it's funny, but it's sad. You know what I'm saying? People have to look at shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy, man.
Got to go
You
to the
want to go
next
back to
state to get some fucking
Ponderosa?
Taco
I mean,
Bell.
shoot,
Come
like
on, man. Like
I will not. I refuse to go to
gotta
Chicago.
drive to Ohio for a 99-cent burger at McDonald's because shit, I don't want.
I mean,
I
and
don't
it's
want
not even safe to go out of town because, like, I refuse to go to Chicago. I will not go to
I'm not.
Chicago.
Oh no, will not. Will not.
I
Well,
will
I know
not
a
go
few
to
people.
Chicago.
It's kind of, you know, don't the South side of Chicago is what you really got to watch out for.
The west
Them
side of
niggas,
Chicago, the village over and over around in there.
yeah.
I'm not going to. I'm not. So I'm just gonna stay in the house and flip me a burger and pray down the bullet come through my bedroom window.
I
They
know
got
that's right.
they got some killer ass beef sandwiches though. Like
Yeah. My ex
So
boyfriend's mother.
if I got to dodge a bullet here, why not dodge one for
That
something I
Italian
want?
beef.
You know what I'm saying?
Bring that Italian beef back from Chicago. Fire.
Man, hey. They got a
yeah,
spot in Anderson called Arts that got some good ass Italian beef though. I ain't even gonna stunt. You know, I'm fat. I eat.
The link to your in your inbox if you want to join us, Kelvin. If you heard me.
Kelvin playing. Kelvin, I'm gonna
So
fuck you up, boy.
this ain't got nothing to do with this ain't got nothing to do with Northwestern or whatever. So we take this road trip.
Oh man, don't tell me about that.
You
Don't
and
tell me about the road trip.
I took a road trip.
Yes, we go to Michigan, right? My fat ass see a
Not
Ponderosa.
today.
Oh my God. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you tell it.
Their Ponderosa was horrible. They didn't have no fried chicken. This Negro gets his own pop.
Yeah, cause then nobody come to the table. Like I sit there, we sat there for like 5 minutes. I'm like, fuck it, I'm thirsty. I go behind the counter, get my own drink, and the lady was really expecting a tip. Here's a tip: don't go outside when it's raining without an umbrella. Like, I'm sorry, you blew it. Like, but you peeped that Ponderosa shit. We wasn't even in Michigan yet. You said, oh, it's a like, that was one. That's what you call one of them white folks Ponderosa. I mean, when we went in there, it wasn't shit but senior citizens in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got no taste buds. They couldn't taste the food. Like, they didn't know what was going on. But I ain't gonna lie, that little cup, that little cheesecake cup, though, I tore them motherfuckers up. I ain't gonna lie. That was the best thing in the whole building. Yeah.
So in the MLK area, it's like probably 80% older people that live over there right now.
68%.
68.
You said
They have
68?
they have more seniors in that community than anywhere in the city.
Oh, for real? Oh, yeah. They about to shut that shit down then.
You have to
And a
Sorry,
think.
lot of
MLK
those,
Sunday. It's over.
and
Yeah,
a
so
lot
you
of
have to
those
think
seniors,
that was a predominantly. I mean, that was what the Golden Ghetto.
yep, and a
Mm-hmm.
lot of those
The
seniors
Golden
still
So
Ghetto.
live
My
ghetto,
live
grandparents,
like,
there.
they migrated from my grandmother migrated from here. They lived. That's where they lived down there. That's where all the black
yeah,
people. They called that the Golden Ghetto because they said that was the
yeah.
largest area in the country that could contain black people.
Mm-hmm.
And it
Mm-hmm.
was, and they weren't ghetto black people. They were, mid income.
No, post
All those
office,
people over there worked at like the post office,
post office
Allenton's,
transfer for the
General
city.
Motors. Because my great grandmother worked at General Motors,
Say hi to
and we
Franklin.
lived in that duplex on Roach.
And my grandmother, like
Hi,
she worked at
Midas.
RCA,
Hi,
and my
Franklin.
grandfather worked at,
Look
Dow
at him.
Chemical.
Sit
So
on car
yeah, they
wagon.
said that was the largest area of black people. What is it? I want to call it. What is it when you in the middle?
Calvin, I want to go.
Hey, you right about that. The shit, I could take you on Ethel and show you about 20 of them motherfuckers sitting right there. He said I could show you 23 trap houses on MLK. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, Candice, what are they gonna do about that house that's like right next to the liquor store, where they got the tents at?
The White House.
Girl, I you know
Double.
I don't know. I've been waiting to hear about that one because that's Shantytown over there. They done went in the
Shellyton.
vacant house, took all the stuff out of the house. They tried to do the house on the other side on MLK, not the one on 29th Street, but the one on MLK. Somebody done came
Mm-hmm.
over there and started kicking them out, moving stuff. It's been a heavy police bike presence over there, but I don't know. You know, we have to ask Reverend Harrison.
Man,
Mm-hmm.
listen, I got some shit I want to say to him. I ain't even gonna
What's wrong
lie.
with that?
I ain't gonna talk. I ain't gonna stunt because your motherfucking church is right there on 30th and Barnes, my brother. I want to know why you keep popping out when the cameras is on.
That's what
Cause
he's for, man. He's for
you
them.
know what I'm
He's for
saying?
them
Like,
checks in their camera.
yeah.
What happened?
And I got some shit I want to say to him. I'm gonna keep not in no violent. He's the man of the cloth or whatever the hell he claimed. But you know what I'm saying? But I got like, dude, like. I just feel like him out of all people, dude, you should be like, you should know what's up. You should know what's up. You should know what's going on. But here, like,
He
I
does
don't
know
want
what's
to
up.
offend
That's what the
nobody with
problem
my with
is.
my thoughts and beliefs and shit like that. But I feel like all that holding hands and praying shit, man, that ain't getting the job done. That ain't, you know what I'm saying? These kids out here lost. They feel like they ain't got no hope, and praying for them ain't doing it. You
They
know what I
lost their
mean?
village. We all had a village that we grew up with.
Yeah.
By the time you
Mm-hmm.
got home, everybody done checked you before you got to your house.
Hey, boy,
But what happened? Because
And
we grew up with
Candias
the
was
village,
one
and it's
of them.
like the village stopped after us. It's like, did we not?
Yeah.
I,
It's like
I,
it's,
I,
it's
I,
like
I tried
we
to provide a village for my daughters, but they ran amok and did their own thing. So okay, but now your children are out here running amok, doing their own damn thing.
Ain't no
Nah,
village
like
no
now
more.
it's a
Ain't no
don't
village
touch
no
my
more because
grass.
everybody looking at everybody kid like kids just
But
growing up, perverts and shit.
Man, I don't give a
mhm.
fuck. Don't send your kids
It's just
over to me
over.
because I'm gonna check them.
It's
My
like
kids over
now.
here, I'm checking them every day. I don't give a damn.
Yeah,
Send
it's
them over
like my
here.
mama friends could check me, but now it's like if you check these kids now, they mamas and daddies gonna be trying to fight you. Like, damn, you
Nah,
know
that
what
Come
I
with
motherfucker
mean?
got
that
a
Like,
shit.
gun.
Come with that
yep,
Yeah,
shit.
he got a gun.
yeah,
yep.
He got a
crazy.
gun
Like,
already.
I'm from the age of whoop your ass. Let's do this.
whoop your ass. Like,
Let's
trust me,
do this.
I got a bunch of war wounds from mom and daddy on me. I ain't, hey,
My
hey,
grandkids, they already know. They don't. Their friends be telling them, "Hey man, I'm not fucking with your grandma. I'm not fucking with your grandma." I'll go to the door and look and see one of them little niggas that I don't like. Slam the door, go back in my bedroom. They be like, "Grandma, who was at that door?" That little nigga I don't like. Well, why you didn't let him in? Because I don't like him. I don't want him in my house. And if you bring him in my house, him or her, they're gonna be uncomfortable in a bitch. My granddaughter Gianna, she meet her friends on the outside.
said if they
Still
come in, they're gonna be
Candias.
uncomfortable than a bitch.
Uncomfortable in a bitch. The one little girl, she did something to my granddaughter
Hell nah.
in junior high. My granddaughter Gary be 22 years on Christmas. Every time that little girl come to my door, I slam the door in her face. I talk shit when she's in my house. I tell her to her face, I don't like you. I fucking don't like you.
You
I
still
told her
fighting the
mama I
kids?
didn't like her. I told her grandmama I didn't like her. Her grandmama asked me why. I said,
Sanford and
if you keep
Son.
talking,
Right,
I'm going to whip your
Candace,
ass because you
you still
created all.
fighting the kids 40 years later?
What'd you say, Mark?
Candace, you still fighting the kids 40 years later?
You goddamn right I am. At my house, I pay all the motherfucking bills. You motherfucking right. Where I pay the bills at, I'm the queen over here. And this and this the regulator.
Oh yes, Kelvin, I remember that. I remember that.
Well, what happened?
When that man told his son he couldn't leave the house
Yep.
on 30th and
Yep.
he killed that
Yep.
husband.
Yep. That's shit. That's I done seen kids talk back to their parents. I didn't tell. Yeah,
I
like
wish I would have.
30th and Denny. You talking about
was-
30th Adams shooting? Is that what he talking about?
Yeah.
I was gonna say because what happened on Denny? I don't now, Kevin. I don't want. I'm glad you didn't come on. You don't got real facts. Goodbye.
It wasn't on Denny. It was on
Adams. It was
Adams.
It was Adam.
It was across Sherman Drive. It was on Adams.
Adam. 35th and Adams.
Absolutely.
My buddy, son killed him last year. Crazy. I didn't even know he got killed. I went to my buddy's house and I seen like his poster. I'm like, what happened to Mike? He said, shit, his son killed him last year. I'm like, for real? I didn't know he's gone. Son killed him. They got in an argument and killed him.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Mm-hmm.
God
damn.
I ain't gonna be scared of no goddamn kids.
You know, another thing that seemed like it's just seemed to be popping up in the city real heavy. These young kids getting these guns and accidentally shooting themselves or killing their friends. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because they don't know what they're doing. They're playing with the guns. They think they don't know. Earlier, he touched on that. Like the police, they're going to the range and they're practicing. I go to the range. But these kids are getting guns. They ain't going to. They just don't. I got a gun. I got some bullets.
Call of Duty. It's on now.
Yeah,
it's not. They don't realize it's not a game.
Yeah,
Boy.
Especially when you shoot them heavy ass guns. Like I done shot so many times with my AK. My fucking watch came off. Like it, bah. The vibration. It just came off, and I'm like, that's when you shooting.
Yeah,
that's when shooting.
That's when that thing humming. Mm-hmm. You know, these motherfuckers, they arms ain't even strong enough to hold them damn guns. Yeah.
All right, y'all. I got to go. My granddaughter just landed in Florida. I got to talk to you.
All right, thanks, Candace, for the info. Holla at you, Candace.
Sharing that with us.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Candace again, goddamn it, because I'm gonna forget.
Man, listen. I don't know.
Candace, the last 40 years of my life, and she out every day. It's Candace.
Yeah, she let me ride for a little bit with it until she got tired of it.
Yeah, so long as these rims is niggas is balling and people is just wanting to see shit, it's gonna go on for a minute. I think it's gonna go on for a minute. The only way they're gonna stop that is if they
and I mean,
roadblocks.
It's kind of for me to I don't like doing the same shit over and over again. It's like kind of repetitive. You know what I'm saying? These same cars that you seeing on MLK, you seeing them in Midwest Leap. You seeing them in these car shows. So what the fuck are you seeing is actually different? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get that. I don't get that.
You seen it in person. Seeing it in person, it's like, ooh, ah. I'm out here in the mix. And sometimes the mix, you become the mix.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dre Day. Didn't he bring home second place?
Who?
Dre Day. Didn't Dre Day bring home second place?
Yeah, it was at Atlanta.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he done brought a couple of trophies home.
Shout
He had
out,
done won
shout
a
out.
couple of car
I mean,
shows.
that car is worth it. That motherfucker, boy, that motherfucker got some money.
Nice.
That thing is, boy, that thing
But
serious.
you got to do like what Cam and Shane and them is doing. Like what they doing is similar, like to like let me see, it's a microscope to like a freak neck. You know what I'm saying? Like how they said that's how the freak neck started, and it got bigger and bigger and bigger. But niggas is killing and killing and
Oh,
killing, so it can't get bigger because people are scared to go.
right.
Maybe if people wasn't killing, old people come out there and hang out, but they can't run from no fucking bullets. We can't run from
Right.
bullets.
Hell nah. Yeah.
I'm definitely not
I ain't
running.
trying to be out there.
It's sad now because I don't even put my situation. I got a fucked up past, fucked up history, with the streets and shit. Now I don't even put myself in a situation where, what I'm saying, I even hang in the spotlight like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said earlier, you never know who's beefing with who, and here it is, you just hang out. You know what I'm saying? And bullets get to flying.
Hmm.
Remember back a few years ago, the guy was downtown. I forgot what club it was. He was celebrating his birthday, and it was a fight that took place on the parking lot. He was just going to his car, and the motherfucker got to shooting and hit him in the head, and he didn't have nothing. I can't remember the man's name, but that's like the type of situation. That's sad. Like that man was celebrating like his 30th or 31st birthday or something like that.
Yeah.
Question for each of you: what do you do when it's your child or family member that's on bullshit? Miss Richardson, only thing I can tell you is pray for that person and try to be in that person's ear as much as possible, as much as possible,
Right.
as much as possible, because sometimes bullshit catch up with you, and then when bullshit catch up with you, you can't do nothing but just take that bullshit, and it's nothing mama can do, it's nothing daddy can do, it's nothing the
Call the
police can
police on
do.
their ass, Lord.
Yeah, call the police on their ass
DLC
too.
numbers
Yeah.
real quick.
But they ain't gonna do that. You know they ain't gonna call the police. They ain't gonna do that shit.
No, they're not gonna call
Call
the
the police.
police until
You know what's gonna
That'll get the
Junebug,
happen?
motherfuckers from
You,
that
you
right
know,
though.
Junebug is in the
We
body
can't do
bag.
I'ma
that.
just be real. I'ma just be real.
They
Ah,
ain't gonna
man, he
call the
said
police
call the
until
Hey,
police.
Junebug
I'ma
is
just be
dead. Then they
real.
want to. Then they gonna call.
I'ma just be
Wait a minute,
real.
hold on. Kelvin is
Get
off. Kelvin off the
get
chain.
I want to call the cops. Now you
He
get
gonna be
said
on that
nah
page.
she for real. Nah,
That's
she
him.
for real.
he got a real point
My
though,
go ahead, Edge. I'm gonna let you control. Get some life insurance.
There you go. There you go. There
Get
you
some
go.
life insurance because
Kelvin said he calling the police on this family if they on bullshit.
but
Yeah. And it ain't
maybe
snitching
you got
'cause it's your
maybe you got
blood.
like 5 or 6 family members on bullshit. You gonna call the police on all of them?
No, absolutely not.
That's what I'm saying. You got to
Exactly.
talk to them little niggas.
That's
You
why
got
I
to
was
talk
saying
to them little
somebody needs
niggas.
to give some real answers because that's not the first one.
Mm-mm.
Not for
You know,
me.
I've been fortunate. You know, my son.
You know,
I had any trouble with my son. He's been. You know, I got a good kid. For the most part, Nisi, we family by family. So for the most part, my nieces and stuff, they cool. They had it, but nothing serious. So I don't know what I would do in a situation. I would in a situation like that. If it's my child, I'm gonna try to talk to my child and get my child up out of it. But if I see that my child is not going to straighten up, I'm gonna have to wash my hands. I'm gonna let them go. Don't bring that drama to me. Go on with your life. Because a lot of times I see these mothers, or these people talking about don't snitch, don't tell, mothers, fathers, whatever, everybody with the don't tell, don't snitch or whatnot. But the minute something happens to little Junebug, they want somebody to speak up about it. And that's one thing, that's a whole nother subject we can go into because I got my thoughts on that too. That no snitch and whatnot. I'm not a snitch, but I'm not finna protect you either. So
listen,
my best bet is I don't put myself in a situation where I gotta snitch on you. Because one thing I've never understood is that if we know little Junebug, like you said, he beefing, we from Baltimore and he beefing with Parkwood or whatever, and he run up on, and I know he didn't did this, and I know this one. I'm seeing, as a mother, and I see this other mother on TV crying about her child, and I know my child is out here wreaking havoc, killing people. How do you, as a parent, sit there and know your kid is on bullshit, is the cause of all this stuff, and not do anything about it? Because I'm damn near with Kelvin. I'm gonna turn. Come on, you got a choice.
Because a lot of times the little nigga be a lot of times the mama look at him like, look at the kid like, that's my man almost, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my protector. He gonna protect me if something happen. And a lot of times the mama be ratchet and ghetto and fucking toxic at the same time too. So if he out here doing all this killing, stepping on shit,
when her child comes up hurt or missing or dead or something, then she want to flip the script.
Yeah. But I'm saying
we protect killers.
Yeah,
and that's
sad.
That's crazy. Now, remember a few years back out east in Sutton Place, a woman that got killed. She had just moved into the apartment and she got killed and she was pregnant. That was my cousin, Jameer McMitchell. But his mother drove that. Now, the person who did it was a 17-year-old kid, got mad. You know what I'm saying? He lost a basketball game on the basketball court and he just started shooting at the dude. Didn't even hit the little dude. But the bullet flew in and hit my cousin in the head. You know what I'm saying? His mom marched his ass right downtown to the police. Like, drove him down there. You know what I'm saying? He came. I guess he told her what happened and whatnot. She marched his ass right on down there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's honorable. You know what I mean? Like, that's
damn.
I mean, you do got some parents out here. And remember the situation where the little boy had ran from the police. This is out east off of like Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? And he stole a car. He was on house arrest, like that juvenile house arrest and all that. The police killed him. Now, the parents got a lot of backlash from that. Now, sometimes you can't fault the parents on certain situations because you got some parents out here trying to work and provide. Kids gonna make their own choices. You know what I'm saying? No matter how good you raise them up in the church, all that, they still gonna make their own choices. But sometimes you can't blame what the kids is doing on the parents. And I see that a lot.
Yeah, it's it's all from the crib. I mean, you can bring your kids up in the church. A lot of females in church, but they be hoes, right?
Stop playing with it.
You know what I'm saying? So
with it.
you can bring a dude up in church. It was a lot of dudes that went to township schools but came to a public area just to act like they was a public school nigga just to sell dope, but they was living in the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? So they always wanted to be something they couldn't be. I mean, they could be, but they didn't have to be because their parents, they had a mother and a father. Niggas in the hood just had a mother. People from Pike Township, Washington Township, and Warren Township, they had 2-parent households. We didn't have that shit in Arlington and Forest Manor and shit like that. Some did, but a lot of us didn't. And them dudes wanted to come and be hood, and they wouldn't even fucking hood.
What you gonna say about the north side?
Right.
I was told that I was too hard on my sons because I don't ride. You can never be too hard on your sons because
that black man.
Like, explain the ride part. Like, what do you mean? Like, go do some explain the ride.
Explain the ride. Like, ride.
She probably mean ride for their wrongs when they wrong.
Cause I'm thinking like, hey, if son want to go do on some bullshit, mama get the gun, we about to go out here. That's what I'm thinking about when I hear ride.
Yeah, it's a big ass word, but it's a small word. Yep, yep. Cause especially if she work night shift, Kevin.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was the situation of that little boy that stole that car and got killed by the police a few years back. Mom working night shift, didn't know what he was on,
Hey,
and
you
they
ain't
blamed
lying.
him, you know what I mean?
You ain't lying, Kevin, because back in the day, my grandmother, she used to work at the nursing home on Sherman, and she had like a 38 special, and she had a whole lot of fucking DVDs on the wall. My grandmother VHS tapes. She used to collect VHS tapes, so she had a big ass wall, thousands of VHS tapes. So sometimes I call my niggas over and shit like that. We'll take one of the tapes out, put it in, watch a porn. And one time, I picked up one of the porns, and her gun was in there. So I'm like, damn, what fucking gun? 38 special. So I opened up this little cylinder. There was like 4 or 5 bullets in there. I took it out back one day. She went to work. Pow! Popped that motherfucker. Put it back in the little VHS VHS thing, cassette thing. Put it back. She never knew. Next week, she went to work. About 12 o'clock, went out in the backyard. Pow! Shot that motherfucker again. Motherfucker, who the fuck keep on shooting that gun? Man, I think I shot all the bullets out of her shit. Thank God she never did have to use that motherfucker. Then nobody breaking the house because I shot all the bullets out that 38. Bang, bang.
And how old was you when you did this?
You and them damn sound effects.
Hey, I was
I meant
about
to say something.
12,
Show
13.
this slip off. Peach, Janet Jackson, show this slip off for here and then say a word.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
a
realized
fucker.
I saw that she was gone a little while ago. I'm at the text and talk about her.
If you go to jail, I'm not paying for lawyers. I don't do jail.
You gotta turn it off and turn it back on.
Niecy, you got all boys and one girl. You done a good job, my sister. You've done a good job of keeping your kids on the straight and narrow. 8 boys.
Dang. My grandmother had 6.
8. Oh,
Wow.
you stressing like a motherfucker. Oh, you were stressing, girl. Woo! 8 boys.
But she ain't had a lot of trouble out of them.
She laughing. Dang, 8 boy, that's a blessing though. Which one of us on bullshit? The youngest one?
And she wasn't a baby mama. She's a wife. She's a wife. She wasn't just a baby mama. So it wasn't like she was just out here having babies.
What you mean? What you mean?
What Frankie do?
Take and get some ones out of there, out of the battery thing.
So Niecy had a lot to Niecy, I know you was on my post yesterday. We was talking about MLK, and I hollered when you said anybody that wants to go down there is for the streets. That tickled my soul.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Angie?
Yesterday on my post I had made about MLK, Niecy said anybody that wants to go down there that's our age is for the streets.
Damn.
Because like I understood what she was saying at this age, I don't want to be the auntie on the auntie on MLK. I'm the auntie on the porch watching, but I'm not the auntie walking up and down MLK.
Walking down that motherfucker with a cane or something. That's man. I wouldn't dare. I'm cool. Well,
Like
these dudes out here are crazy.
Yeah. Just to see it makes me nervous. I get anxiety when I get caught up in that traffic. I was so anxious. I couldn't until I got to Rose's house and parked and pulled up in her driveway. Because it was just so much traffic. They was on both, like she said, they was walking right through her yard like it was the sidewalk. We sitting there. They walking right through the yard. We're sitting in the yard, me, her, and her dude, and they walking right through the yard like we wasn't sitting there.
You said traffic don't be moving?
No.
See, that's so easy. So this say traffic ain't moving. And they know traffic ain't moving, and they want to get out on feet and walk somebody down. It's so easy.
Yep, it really
And
is.
then the traffic can't move, the police can't get through the traffic. And if you young and fast, how long does it take to shoot 30 rounds and run off?
Right.
2 or 3 minutes? At the most?
So I'm wondering how they gonna keep them off that street.
I
Probably the
think they
same way they
probably
did.
gonna.
Probably the same way they did when they wanted us off of 38th Street.
Well, you
Yeah, I
know, with
think they
38,
probably.
They set up. They'll set up barricades
You have to
on
do
the
that.
main street, and they'll route them off, and then they'll set up police cars on the side street to prevent you from riding up and down those too. They can. The people
now,
said they can't do it. Yes, they can, and they are, and they will.
They can't
now
do it
one of the
because
things, one of the
there's
things,
houses right
we,
there, and there's those side streets and stuff that's right there.
They
It's just like them trying to close
they did
down
it on
Broadway.
38th Street. How do you think they stopped them on 38th Street? Yes, they did it.
they started with the barricades, but they also passed a cruise control law that was over there. Like if they seen your motherfucking car over there ride down 38th Street more than like twice, they had the legal right to pull you over and harass you. You know what I'm saying? It was a cruise
They'll
control.
put police cars on those side streets to make you keep going.
Yeah.
I have seen them block the streets so you can't get down the side streets, so you can't go down certain streets so you can cruise around. They will do it.
Yeah.
To control that crowd, they will do it. Everybody's saying what they can't do. They can do what they want to do. The city is the city. Those streets are owned by the city. They want to block those streets off so people can't ride up and down them. That's what they're gonna do. And Candice already told us they're going to do it.
I forgot how they did 38th Street.
They
I'll see it.
The barricades. Remember, we had to turn down Fall Creek. They cut it at Fall Creek. They blocked it at Sherman. They started at Sherman, and we had to turn off down Fall Creek. And they had the police cars on the side street, sitting at the corners on the side street, so we could not turn down no side street. They were standing in the street.
One of the workers at
I don't know. That situation with just stopping it all completely is just kind of like, you know, it can bring up some legal shit because that's damn near like it's a park right there. It's basically like you telling the motherfucker they can't go to the park. They can't be out.
Saying. Right.
Kind of like,
what I'm saying.
They come and do it at Riverside. They come and do it at Riverside. They'll come with the barricades at Riverside.
Yeah, I've seen that too. I've seen that.
Barricade it off. If it's too much people, crowd control. They can do that.
One of the managers at Family Dollar said they're thinking about putting up a gate.
A gate?
To keep them off the lot.
Yep. The state, they've already talked to the state. Yep.
Are you talking about at Riverside?
No, the Family Dollar on Northwestern.
No, on Northwestern.
Y'all.
And I sent you a video from the Family Dollar parking lot. Them doing the dude doing the burnout on the Family Dollar parking lot.
Well, I mean, hell, me personally, that damn Family Dollar shouldn't even be there. Y'all need to put y'all shit on yourself before y'all want to even get involved in hood activities.
Family Dollar in the city.
Vertigo bang, trigger tang, boom tang tang, toom tang, trigger liggy, fire the butter, the bang bang on the diggy, wibble up, beckle, tang tang on the diggy, heckle up, beckle, bang bang on the biggie, wibble up, beckle.
So much passion and crazy shit. back, and then you walk through the park all day. That's hella work.
You better hurry up.
Can we get a warning next time we going on an intermission break? I mean, dang.
Hey, listen to your late ass. Ain't answering. Yeah, ain't no intermissions. I mean, ain't no, nothing. Now, was you about to say something?
Yeah, I could have got up, peace, smoked something, came on back. I mean, I didn't know we was gonna have like a little intermission like that.
Chill out. You want another one?
No.
It's too
I'm just fucking with you. I'm just talking shit.
Nah, that's kind of cool though. So that's what goes on every Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
just say I seen a dude with a long ass fucking 30 on his hip. I know that.
I wish you could show that other one I sent you, the one where they was blocking the police car.
Yeah, I think I can't
Yeah.
copy that one.
that's what I was
Let
about
me
to
see.
say, Niecy. It used to be fun back in the day. Now it's
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like
Let me
Angie.
see.
My anxiety it's just too much.
Yeah, my anxiety is like I said, but
If you
nobody
want
think they, they're all saying they can't block that. They can and they will. We gonna
Is
watch
that?
them. Rama pull up right in Rose's driveway, and we gonna sit in her driveway and watch them block them.
Man.
because I ain't moving Sunday. I'm sure gonna sit there and see what's gonna happen.
Yep, I'm sure sit with you.
They
And
said
as
it's
soon
gonna
as
happen
they
this
act
Sunday.
like, yep. And as soon as they act
According to
like,
Candice, she said it's
yep,
over.
it's over
Damn.
with.
Oh, y'all. No more riding West Side.
They'll just find another spot.
Yeah,
That's
they
what West Side
will.
said.
That's
They
all.
will.
That's all they gonna do.
Because Candice said what that she said when she first came on, it's 68% elderly people down there and are homeowners. They've been there for years, and she said they're the ones that's complaining. They're tired of it.
Very,
They're
very
tired of the
tired.
traffic. They're tired of the noise. They're tired of the trash. They're tired of the extra violence. And like she said, it's not the people that live in the neighborhood. It's all the people coming from all over the city that's coming down there, and they think, okay, this Northwestern is a free for all. We can do what we want. They're coming down there and they disrespecting where them people live at. You
And
don't
Angie
want
saying
anybody
people
else.
mad about it.
Yeah, that's what she
Yeah.
said.
They mad
Yeah,
about it, Angie? Are you
that's what she
serious?
said.
No, I'm talking about on your post. You mad? You said people was mad about it, right?
The neighbors, the people in the neighborhood.
I thought you said somebody was on your post was upset about it, about them.
Yeah, there was people
shutting
up there. Oh yeah, there were people on my post that were
Wow.
upset that that they said it was racist. You know, I told you, you didn't hear what I said earlier. You got to, so you got to remember these things,
No,
Posty.
I remember you saying that. I'm just saying it just because I'm just saying people are mad about it for real.
Yes, they feel like
It
it's
Yeah,
a
don't make.
race.
I
yeah.
mean,
They said they don't do it to white. They don't do it to 500.
They
You
don't.
know, and they're not going to because the five. How much money does the 500 bring into the city?
They don't
Okay.
shoot the
That's a
500.
controlled.
People don't
That's
But
have
they
bands
but
a
to
they block
controlled
us.
event.
But they block us during classic. They block us during Black Expo. Still, at the end of the day, I mean, it's whenever. I mean, I get the point of. I get the point and understand the
But
point in regard of not
this is
doing
the
it on
thing.
Martin Luther
They
King.
didn't used to do that. What happened that weekend? The boy went down there and shot up the whole downtown. That was a classic, a Black Expo weekend. Remember the young little dude went down there, the little dude shot up downtown. We
I remember
we
that.
have anytime we have Black Expo and all that stuff. That's why they stopped. That's why they was trying to stop the free concert because they was coming down there. The young people coming down there, shootings down there. We
mm-hmm.
can't go nowhere without it being a
Hmm.
shooting.
And then they try to have it in the middle of Timbuktu, and then all them people start complaining. It says send them people back to where they came from.
You know, people was mad because they didn't want to
Yeah,
drive.
we wasn't driving to Brownsburg
That
no
you
way.
last
see it.
one
You
year.
see, it was only 1 year. 1 year
Right, one
only.
Yeah.
year, people was mad they couldn't get in. The white folks was
Send them
like,
niggas
"Nope,
back
it's too much going on. Yes, it's too much
because
music."
they didn't want all that. Everybody keeps trying to talk about what other when you like posting saying. When have you heard of a
Can
shooting
you
at
lock the door for me?
when have you heard of a shooting at the Brickyard 400?
Never.
Never.
But Black Expo, Circle City Classic weekend.
I can't
That's
say
why we don't
never.
have Dust
Shoot, the
Bowls
Dust
no more.
Bowl. Yep. Right.
We don't have none of that anymore because
My
we
nephew's uncle got
unfortunately
killed
there are
there.
those of us they think they don't know how to act. They think it's like for some reason it's like to me it seems like when it's a large crowd like that the natives get restless and they feel like because there's so many people they're not it's a free for all and they can do what they want to, especially like the Dust Bowl when the Dust Bowl would be at Washington Park. And I remember we left because the dudes
Mm-hmm.
was down there with guns and stuff. This was back in the day. My son was little. He was probably about 5 or 6 years old. He's 32 now. We left because they're down there with guns talking about this our neighborhood, this our hood. This was back in the 90s. People they felt that was their neighborhood. This was they could come and carry guns and do what they want to do. Even at Dust Bowl, it was a large police presence.
Yep.
But they don't respect that. When they think, and when you have a group of people that don't respect the other half of the group of the
Right.
people, it is even though it's a small number, that small number says it does a lot of damage.
It can get ugly.
That's what has happened. That's what has happened. And like I said, them and like Candy has said, them old people down there, they tired. They
Well,
tired.
I'm glad I got to experience the life and have fun.
And then they're not at the park. So you don't know somebody mentioned the park. They ain't at the park.
I thought they was at the park. That's how
No, they
long
on
I ain't been
Martin
down
Luther
there.
At the
King
park.
by
They are not
barbecue
at the park.
heaven and all of
Damn.
that. Yeah.
They are riding up and down the street.
That's the
Yeah.
strip.
Yeah, they riding up and now they posted up down there. They posted up on Northwestern. They are up and down Northwestern and it's close. They park on the side streets and walk to Northwestern. Everybody is walking up and down Northwestern. They from Holy Angels all the way down past the post. They from like from 25th to 29th.
Mm-hmm.
Party, party, party till we all get wasted.
Mm.
Like I said, and I'm like, that's all they got. That's what they gonna route them off. They gonna have them going down 29th Street. They gonna route them to 16th Street and that's
It's
what
gonna have to be. Yeah, I was just asking because I was thinking over there. It's gonna have to be 16th Street because 29th is 29th Street blocked off. I think 29th Street was blocked off last time I checked.
I thought it was 30th Street. You talking about like as it go around?
That's
Or is it
20. It's
29th Street?
20.
Is it 29th or 30th? Or is it
That's
both
20.
of
It's
them?
20. It's 29th Street. 30th Street's not blocked off, but coming
Oh,
around going
okay.
back east on 29th Street, that street right there is blocked off. I mean, it's been 2 or 3 weeks since I've been over there, but They could have had fixed whatever they were fixing over there, but yeah.
I don't
I know.
think
Well, like
so.
when the
I think
jazz
they still
concert,
fixing the bridge
when the
Oh,
jazz
or
okay.
something like
concerts
that.
when Jazz at the Park was going on, when they cleared out the park, and that's what they do. They put the barricade up so you could only leave out of the park, so you can't go back in. And they would route us. You could either go to 16th Street or you'd have to go down MLK. You
29th.
couldn't. Yeah, they routed the traffic that way. You could go straight. They routed the traffic on out of there. And like I said, that's when we used to cruise 38th Street. And like I said, they put up the no cruising signs. But again, they put them barricades up. They had it so we couldn't go nowhere. We had to turn down Fall Creek. You couldn't come down. You couldn't come down. We had to go down Fall Creek.
You got all your stuff
You know,
together.
people would try to come down. They could try to come down the side street to ride. They wouldn't let. Then they was like, you could only go one way. You got to go back that way. Dang, the thing was loud. That's like we need to put some WD-40 on that road.
Put on it. Right.
What was that?
The safe.
The safe.
Motherfucker
And
rusted
it's all
out,
the way
boy.
down at the other end. And you heard all that noise.
I'm like, damn.
I agree with you, Niecy.
They sure will never. And I even say the generation under me because we had even more fun. We had more
Yeah.
freedom than the generation, you know, me and Ro, our generation, we had way more. We had more fun than y'all did.
I mean, we had things that happened, like the dude that got shot the night of the Piccadilly was open. They had an incident there. I mean, we had
Y'all
shit happen
remember
when we were
the night
younger,
Yeah,
of
ain't
but it
y'all the
wasn't like
Piccadilly's
this.
and Cowboys days?
Yes.
Faces.
We
was
had
two,
shit that
Piccadilly's
happened,
and
yeah.
Cowboys. That's two different eras. Piccadilly's was in the 80s. Cowboys was in the early 2000s.
Something.
Ooh.
Something.
Cowboys was 90.
I thought the
Ooh.
That was my
Cowboys
first
was in the
nightclub I
90s.
ever went to was Piccadilly's.
Yeah,
For my
Cowboys was
21st
90s.
birthday, I was yep, that was the first. That was in the 80s, late 80s.
Cowboys and Faces and Cowboys. I think had a long run because Faces was like, shoot, Faces was Hensies. I remember it being Hensies when I was like in grade school or high school. So yeah, so Faces had a long run. So
Yeah, that's
they
why I
took
was
up,
like Faces,
yeah.
Cowboys, and Piccadilly's. That's all I could think of. My mama used to go to. So
Coogee
Oh
sweater
shoot, we
wearing
had
ass niggas.
we had Seville's. What was it? Seville's, and then it was the Barrett's, and then it turned into Seville's, or it might be one the other way around. You ready?
I
Okay.
forgot about the Barrett's.
Yep. We had shit to do.
Yeah, we had a whole lot of. We could just make a whole circle of going to clubs back in the 90s.
The Baja shit.
And that's what me and the girl was talking about. She was talking about how people dress going to the club now as opposed to how they dressed when we went to Faces. Because, and I was showing her pictures. She's like, I remember my mother and father stepping out in their mink coats. I said, that's how we dress. I said, you know, men would come out Versace, Coogee, Maury Gators, their minks. They look good. They wasn't trying to fight because they had their Dobbs on and they Stacey
Yeah.
Adams and whatnot. And the women, we had on our little pantsuits, we had our little dresses on, we had our little mink coats, we had on our little kitten heels. You know, we was cute. We wasn't trying to. Now they coming out in Jordans. They come out in Jordans, t-shirts, and jeans, and they cute. I'm like, shoot, so I do it too.
Fight clothes. I'm a fight clothes.
Said I do it too.
Shoot, Ro, what we wear to the concert? Tennis shoes and t-shirts and blue
Jordans.
jeans.
You got to be ready to run.
Leggings. We was in dunks and J's at the con. I mean, that's how you got to be comfortable and you got to be ready. Like, you know, it's nothing classy. There's nothing here to do, and they always and I know the people always are fussing about nothing to do. There's nothing to do. There's no nice clubs. But then I even look at them like, let's talk about, take for instance, the Rooftop. The Rooftop had a very strict dress code of how they wanted you to dress there. The natives were upset about it. They didn't want to dress like that. They wanted to come with their ass hanging out the bottom and their titties barely covered up and in tennis shoes and blue jeans and stuff. They was trying to have somewhere nice where you could put on your clothes and dress up.
Mm-hmm.
So the dress code done changed?
I mean, I think I mean, there's other, it's like somebody said attendance was down at the rooftop this year, so they laxed the dress code.
Damn, that's how they get
I
them.
mean, there's other rooftop parties now, they're not the only ones that have rooftop parties, I stopped going to that too. I went a few times around, I went a few times, the crowd changed. Like I said, the younger crowd found out about it. Here they come. Whenever the young crowd finds out about something, and here they come, and it's over.
Yeah, because they're not gonna turn down that money.
Yeah, they always start off. Well, this is gonna be a 40 and over, 35 and up, and next thing you know, here come
Baby and them.
25 and older.
Yeah, here come the 25 and
then they dropping it to the 21 and over. 21 and over.
Niecy said, next topic, no good soul food restaurants. That's why folks are angry.
I swear.
That's why, Niecy.
The blood pressure up. Shit.
We just as a city, I mean, and everybody always says that that's why I want to go to Texas. That's why I want to go here. Y'all talking about cities that are much, much, much bigger than us, have a much bigger Black community. And they have their upscale places that come. They leave them upscale. They don't do like us and take every club and turn it into a hood spot.
Not a hood spot.
I mean, honestly, what club do we have? We don't even have nothing for my age group anymore, really.
No,
but honestly, what nice club? Huh?
Did they shut down Memories?
No, Memories is still over there.
Yeah, I love Nashville
but it ain't
too.
it's not a nice club.
Like Charles, like Slick Charles said, we don't have any clubs. We have bars. Memories is a bar and grill.
Oh, okay.
We have bar and grills. We don't really have any clubs. The clubs we used to have, like Faces was a club, Barrett's, those were clubs. That was our club. Remember back in the day, what was the club Danny had? They had the cages that was downtown road. Remember you had the 4 cages. That was fun. Yep. You could go upstairs. It was an upstairs part. And then it was 4 cages, one on each corner, and the girls used to get in the cages and dance. I can't think of the name of what that was. That was
Tiki Bob's had cages.
No, it wasn't
Tiki Bob's. This was over on the other side of Market Square Arena.
Remember where the gas station is? So it was
over
building
there.
Right there. It was that big building that sat right there behind the gas station. If you remember where Maxine's Chicken and Waffles when it used to be downtown.
It was on the other
club
side.
that always had the train playing. I mean, what was the name of that club? I can't
remember.
It was a couple of things, but the first time when it opened up was when Lil Danny had it. And yes, it was, we used to have a ball in there. It was nice. It was a nice club. It wasn't a bar and grill. We had clubs. We had fun. We had drama back then, but
y'all had the Piccadilly.
Girl, Piccadilly was
Piccadilly.
I'm just playing.
We had, well, you know what? But on top of that, we had the best under 21 clubs too.
Yeah, we had games people play.
Boy, the time
y'all even know nothing about. We had games people play. What was the other one that was in Eagledale Plaza?
Time machine.
Yes, we had a time machine. We had games people play. And
what was the Beeper place? They had the club that was the same name as the Beeper place. What was it called?
Oh yeah, Uptown.
Uptown.
Yep. Uptown was over 21. That's where I met my ex-husband at.
Girl, it didn't use. Well, maybe it was. I had ID.
I think they changed it to.
I had ID. Don't worry about it.
What was the under 21 club that was hooked to Piccadilly's Road?
It was. I think it was. I can't remember the name of it, but it was. I can't remember the name of that.
Them little badass kids used to climb over the patio fence to get into Piccadilly's.
Sure did. Get your ass back over next door.
I went to some of the best $5 concerts there. EU.
Man.
My very first my 21st birthday was on a Wednesday. 21 Jump Street. My 21st birthday was on a Wednesday, and Keith Sweat was there. $5, make it last forever.
And he sung one song.
She said $5.
Did he
It
sing
was
one song?
Wait a
what you
minute.
supposed to do in the club?
Or he
$5.
sung the half a
Yep.
song?
It was $5 concerts. We could go. You pay $5 to get there and see concerts. Like I said, we seen the people that sang "Doing the Bud."
So
You
remember
Sexy,
the
sexy.
Kendall. Yep, the Kendall
Ain't
Armory had
nothing
concerts
wrong
too.
if you want to do
oh,
the best.
listen, I went to see
All
R. Kelly
night
for
long.
$5 at the Tender
Exactly.
Armory.
I was getting ready to say that. Remember when R. Kelly came for $5?
Yep, I went to see R. Kelly. What was it? R. Kelly in the news. R. Kelly and what was his group called?
You gonna say R. Kelly in the news and new development, or wasn't it? What was it called?
What was R. Kelly in the what?
Public announcement.
Public announcement. I heard called the new
She said
development.
in the
It's
news.
news. What is the news? A public announcement. Hey, hey,
What's that new dude
Frankie,
on the
what
radio?
is the news not a public announcement?
Something. Same shit.
It was R. Kelly and public
I
announcement.
went to see R. Kelly for $5. We used to have some good we used to have. They used to bring out. Listen, Faces. We went to see Snoop at Faces.
Shoot, I saw
You
Above
remember
the
when
Law at Faces.
huh?
I saw Above the Law at Faces.
Oh,
Like
you remember when Robin Harris, the comedian, was in Faces?
I remember when Mike S brought I remember when Mike S brought Ice Cube, and that was his first time going to White Castles. Yep.
Somebody else came to Faces too, and I didn't get to see them. Who was it? Who was it? Remember Snoop Dogg plane? Snoop Dogg got here late. He drove here from Chicago, and everybody went home, and he was like, "Y'all come back in." Everybody, he told him, he said, "Let everybody back in. Let everybody back in." We went back in there, and Snoop tore the
He
floor up.
sure did.
Mhm.
He sure did. And remember
Everybody
when
got paid
Total
and
came?
they-
Remember when Total came to the Sugar Shack?
Who?
Who?
Total. You don't remember when Total came to the Sugar Shack?
I remember why. I remember it was a club named that.
That was downtown.
It was downtown. Yep.
Sugar Shack was
Sugar
downtown.
Shack.
That's Tiki Bob's. Or it's next door to Tiki Bob's.
Oh, was it?
Yep. It was. Matter of fact, it was
right.
the old
It was right there.
It sat on the corner, so it was Kilroy's. That's what Kilroy's is now. Because it sat on the corner. It didn't sit in the middle of the block. It sat on the corner.
Tiki Bob's. Okay, it was on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it was a black club. Yep. The Kappas, a bunch of Kappas. It was some Kappas that owned that. Yeah. Some Kappas I went to college. Me and Ro went to college with, and it was nice. It was 2 levels. It was really nice.
It was real nice.
Upscale. Nice.
Shit, I remember when the mall had clubs on the 4th floor. They wasn't black.
I forgot about that.
I remember that one.
Man,
What was the club at the what was the club at the what was the other one? Oh Jesus, that was at the hotel. Whirly Gigs.
Lordy.
I remember that one.
You remember Whirly Gigs?
Y'all got me beat.
I remember that one.
Y'all got me beat. My clubs was Shermer's, the Mecca, the Barn. Look,
and the Savoy,
the Mecca, yup.
The Savoy was nice. I like the Mecca.
You said what?
The Savoy was nice.
Yeah, it was. So the Mecca was the same dude after they closed the Sugar Shack. Then they opened up the Mecca.
Damn, I like the Mecca.
Yeah.
I like the Mecca because I was going in there ever since I was 18.
Oh Lord.
Oh my God.
Look, and Clyde Nannies, quit playing.
Around that time, around the Mecca time, that's when
Peach up there. I'm like, Peach talking about I had a fake ID. Yeah, you know what? I went to the club. Look, I went to the clubs that I knew I could get in.
Around that time, that's when I stopped going to club and I started going to the little small spots. That's when I started going to like the Point and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was going to the.
And then I started going to the what do you call it? Those after hours that was on college.
I was one of those. Yep.
Go to the after hours and the one on 16th Street. Oh Lord! Look at them. Don't forget the one on 16th Street.
What was
Those
was
were
that
the
the
days.
fountain? No, that's not the fountain. What was the one that was on 16th Street out west? That's like right across the street from the gas station. What did that used to be called?
I couldn't even tell you the name of it. I was just there.
Man, my club was True Players. I don't even care. I was in True Players every Friday night.
See, yep.
Old school
Mm-mm-mm.
word, right? The true players.
Go in there and watch Michael Klessner dance on the speakers.
Who?
Michael
Michael
Klessner.
Michael
Lord.
Jackson.
Mm-mm.
He was Elder Barge.
He was L.
He was
I
Elder
thought he
Barge,
was
yep.
Michael Jackson.
Nah, he was Elder Barge. Go pull up Hitmaker Showcases old videos on YouTube. Girl, he was Elder Barge.
Girl.
Hey, y'all, I'm about to end the live, but we can still be backstage talking.
2 fingers.
All
Live.
right, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in, chat. We about to end it. MLK Sundays. They might end it. Y'all hear that police shit? They might end it. So
My
I'll holler
mic.
at y'all. We appreciate y'all tuning in.
Oh well, it was good while it lasted. For those who was enjoying it.
Y'all.
Mm.